are live on Twitch, so mind your language. Let's go. D&D
Ducks hate
time.
me. Ducks hate me, Twitch.
Welcome to Darkest Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome.
Where the accents are as racist as the DM.
Rude.
House.
This is a fantasy world. There's no ethnic minorities to hate in Fantasyland. Everybody hates each other equally.
Except orcs, we all hate them.
Tieflings, lizard folk, orcs,
I was just about to say
kangaroos,
that second.
kobolds, goblins, hobgoblins. What else? What other races?
Come on, guys.
Genasi.
D&D is a diverse world where everybody's free to hate each other equally.
Genasi fuck themselves with their resistance to fire or earth or air or whatever fucking sub-race they go for. Fuck Genasi. Who's with me?
Hey, that's my favorite race. That's my favorite race.
For some reason, my brother, who's not into D&D at all, told me that orcs were like black people, and he was like following some he was like following some politically correctness thing, and I was just like, how?
There's some really dumb people on Twitter that believe that. They believe that the Lord of the Rings orcs are supposed to be black people and that those movies are racist against black people.
Elves.
Humans are stupid. Are you sure you want to be reincarnated as one?
And then they were like, there's no black elves. I was like, there's dark elves. He's like, that's not the same thing.
It is, though. It literally... What the fuck?
Have you ever seen... there was a Netflix movie called, I think it was Bright or Blight, I can't remember.
Yeah, Bright.
In that portrayal, orcs are definitely meant to represent the prejudice of black people.
My favorite character in all of D&D is a black elf. Drista Erden, he's like...
Didn't you say you turned the stream on? Kind of a bad idea to open up with racism.
It's fine. Nobody watches this anyway. All right. So, guys, we're in D&D land. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Where we last left off, you were in the mines of Saram. The little town of Saram. It's got a deep mine. And the miners, they were down here mining, but this mine has been abandoned because raiders have killed all the miners. But it seems like the miners had been excavating this part of the mine down here, and they have found an ancient coffin.
So what you're saying is the miners are the minority?
Sure. And they were being oppressed by those bandits.
Well, I say we ignore the obvious ancient vampire and go explore the 5 unexplored rooms over.
But that'd be boring.
Why would an ancient vampire be mummified?
Exactly.
He's not. He's in the coffin.
Yeah, but like
This is his last meal.
He's actually not in the coffin. The coffin is, it's been disrupted by the mining operation, and the coffin is ajar, and the corpse is actually laying on the ground here. It's also surrounded by quite a bit of destruction. You can see there are absolutely wrecked mine carts, just obliterated, cut in half. There's scattered ore all over the place. There's like dropped...
Yeah, this whole scene is bad news.
There's
I don't know about you
dropped
guys.
mining picks as if left in haste. Full mining carts just left behind with all of their goods inside.
First of all, Long needs a promotion. Second, can I make an investigate check to see if I can discern what creature or item, or I want to figure out how these things were destroyed, the minecarts, the surrounding area. Was it an act of machinery or an act of organic life? If you know,
you're gonna have to go over there and investigate the 10-foot square.
Oh, how dare you! Well, it's good to think I have the power of a magical bird.
Or you can use some other means to get a closer view.
Or I'll do it.
I'm going to send my familiar over and see through its eyes to investigate the area.
Okay.
To investigate
Scorbeak pecks around in the 10-foot square where the mummified remains are. Scorbeak finds some things that are a little peculiar. This corpse, it's not just a corpse. It's wearing really fine clothing and has very fine equipment on it.
I don't know about you guys, but I say we killed that dead body.
It's definitely got a sword and a hammer and some armor.
A sword, a hammer, some armor. This isn't Urborg, is it?
It doesn't look familiar. It's a mummified corpse.
Right. What about my initial check of the environment, the broken minecarts? Can I discern how they were destroyed?
Okay. You look at one of the destroyed mine carts, and this one looks like it was cleaved in half.
By what? A weapon or someone's bare hands?
A blade. A blade has cleaved the mine cart in half.
So it's
Ninja,
very-
quick question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how edible does this body look?
It's desiccated, incredibly dry. You'd need a water scan, or you wouldn't be able to wash it down.
we,
It's
visibly,
like a Popeye biscuit.
we visibly see Osiris lick his damn lip.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna relay to my party members. If I were you, I'd be careful. Whatever destroyed those mine carts did so with a heavy blade and well, very nimble, very dexterous hands. Very
He-Man.
clean cuts.
A powerful cut.
Very powerful. cut.
Well,
no.
A blade more powerful than mine?
I know. Fucking rare, isn't it?
you guys really are full of yourselves.
Well, my character certainly is.
I
do.
want it.
So, like, are we going to just like leave the body? Are we going to walk towards it, or?
Oh, that's what we have to find. That's what we have to decide on. Zolder, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know, something very destructive is over here. And unless we plan on eluding the corpse, I say we walk away. I'm eluding the
Well,
That corpse is so tempting. Look at it. It's got weapons and very intrinsic armors, it seems.
well, we don't have many options.
Okay, then you touch it.
I'm not touching that corpse. What if it becomes alive and
You have the magical
Yes.
hand.
I do have the magical hands.
Mage hand is being useful. What?
Leiron perks up and goes, "Exactly! Look at that! Your mage hand is finally useful. Please feel free."
I know. It's not just useful for the stranger.
So you can pick up your character here if you want and move him. Or you can keep him there.
That just crossed over to PG-13 right there, Ninja. That's still cool.
Uses mage hand for self-pleasure. Oh my god, it's just like another person. Oh.
You can't feel the mage hand at all, so it's really hard to, like, unless you can see what's going on. I don't know.
That's true.
I do want to touch it.
Well, I could send Houdini over as my eyes and then use Mage Hand, right?
Well, I think maintaining concentration on familiar senses is an action as well as manipulating
Oh.
data. So
I mean, you can
Fair
see it from
enough.
here. You can mage hand the mummified corpse from where you're at.
I
As
might
long
be
as you can
wrong.
see it.
but I might be wrong because
Yeah.
I think mage hand is a duration.
So I use Mage Hand from where I'm at, see what I can stuff out.
Okay, so you send your mage hand over there. You can see on the body, it's got the hammer, it's got the sword, it's wearing armor. It's covered in bandages, fine looking bandages, not like just nasty bandages, but like fine ritual silks and stuff like that.
Is it very obviously dead?
Oh yeah, super dead. Well, it fell out of a coffin.
Right.
Can we go over there and touch it? I want to touch it. I want to run over there and touch it.
Leiron picks up and says, "If you would like to go over there and touch that corpse and possibly awaken whatever evil manifestations living within it, if there is, then be my guest, please. I will literally create a tiny segment of red carpet just for you
I
to
will-
step go over.
Can I use I want to use my magical awareness to see like if there's any magic within 60 feet of me.
To be honest, if it's not dead, if I'm going to eat it, and if it is dead, chances are I'm probably still going to eat it.
Powerful
So-
magics emanate from the mummy.
Is there like type of school of magic that is like specific to curse magic?
Necromancy would work.
Can I run over there and stab it in the neck, the dead body? Just stab it in the neck.
No.
Is that
There
a, is
is
that a
some
good
magic
idea?
coming out of that body.
Okay. Why don't I take 10 minutes, cast detect magic, and let's figure out if anything on there is cursed. How's that sound, everyone?
Well, I'm
Take
pretty
this
sure that
quick
He-Man
one.
just used magical awareness, which would do roughly the same. So I wouldn't see
Well, I
much.
don't think it detects actual curses though, the way detect magic does.
What does magical awareness do?
Magical awareness says I can see the magic, and it lets me know what school of magic it's from.
As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
So you can't tell. There's a tangled mass of different magics going on here of various schools. It's very hard to tell which, like, one from another. They're just intertwined.
I am very tempted to touch this. I really want to touch it.
There's definitely some necromancy in there. There's some enchantment.
Ooh.
There's just a whole lot of different things going on, and various magical effects.
Do you relay this information to the party, Long?
What'd you say, Megan?
Do you tell the rest of the party that there's a big tangle of magical sprawling going
Oh
on?
yeah, there's a lot of magical voodoo happening in this corpse.
I'm going to whisper over to Zolder. Quickly, I'm going to say to him, just let him die. And I'm going to say to Osiris, please, it's your time to shine. Go up and touch the
Well, I'd be happy to. I want to rub it there. I want to stab it in the neck. I want to stab it.
You approach the body. Dun dun dun.
That's
Does
it.
any of the magic from the corpse look good though? Like, well, you said there were some enchantments, so I guess.
I mean,
that
you don't have detect
could be a good
alignment,
thing.
so I can't give you that information.
I feel like his body's going to explode on me.
Let's hope it does.
Why is this icon a blank card?
Who's a blank card?
It's not a blank card, it's a picture.
You don't.
Wait, can I get a link to the stream?
I do not see
Yeah,
anything
1
on
second.
there. I never had. I thought it's been like just a running gag, but it was kind of feeling old.
No, it's that. Hang on. There, do you see that? That's the image he's got.
No, I do not see that. Not even close. I see a blank card on a stand. It's rather beige.
All right, let's take a look. Looks like an image. Let me delete this. Delete this. Okay. Import. Can you see it now?
Beige card.
Beige card. Interesting. I wonder why. Hang on a second. Let me save a copy of it as a different thing.
What about now?
Many beige cards.
Yeah, it's definitely going to explode on me. On it right here.
That's pretty weird. It shouldn't do that.
Oh, hello, Mario.
Damn. So
Yo.
I was just checking in because I don't know if it'll mine that will be good for it. So just checking in to say something. So I was just checking in.
Okay.
So it's just me. I don't know why.
And he's gone.
Clearly, my computer does not like new people.
Is there an echo for anyone else?
Are you on the Twitch stream?
Yeah, but it's muted. So it stopped now. There you go.
Okay.
After Twitch stream open in Discord and on the browser. So I feel like I'm going to die here, probably.
There's a new link. Let me try this one. Let's see.
You brought it on yourself. Die as much as you like.
Yes. See,
But I will
that's it.
But I will not forgive you for making a new character. Every second Friday. It is not. It is not fair. To just go. It is not fair to just go. I'm going to interact with every bad thing I find, and if I die, I'll just make a new character. That is not a mindset you should be in.
I just want to interact with it.
Psycho Frog has flipped the table.
Oh shit!
Oops. Don't
I
do
was
it.
hitting the menu button. I am so sorry. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
And then Long got kicked.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
I didn't.
And then everything got deleted.
Can't remember who's got the worst table.
Oh,
Computer, I mean. So, yeah, I'm assuming.
It's surprisingly easy to do. They put a button on the screen that does that.
I
Yeah,
also rolled a nat 20 on my flip check.
Right
Yeah,
next
well,
to the menu.
That's just what it says when you hit the table button.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
I hit the rewind button. I don't know if it's doing anything.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's all coming back. I was looking for the screenshot button and failed miserably.
Screenshot button is F12.
That doesn't sound right.
Or you can print screen. Print screen is normally in the top right. That's where it is for my buttons. Next to scroll lock and
Does it save it to a file or just to your clipboard?
clipboard.
Because like then you'd still have to paste it into some sort of program to get it to save.
What if you change his image to something else? I mean, are there any images around that you're also not seeing?
No, just Osiris.
Just Osiris.
Interesting.
Can you see the mummy now?
I always could see the mummy.
Oh, it's just Osiris's picture that didn't work? All right.
Yeah, it's just Osiris.
Yeah. So I've got the picture. I did F12. I saved the picture in tabletop. How do I put it in Discord so I can just show you guys what I'm seeing?
Oh, I believe you. It's probably just, it's not getting the image. So the problem is his image is just a link, and sometimes Tabletop Simulator, depending on where you're at, it won't like the image if it's not coming from the right kind of website. So usually what I'll do is I use Imgur, and Imgur seems to work in Tabletop Simulator.
And Ninja, go into the send me the link of the image. I'll do a bit of. I'll give you an image to use instead. All right. Carry on with the game. I'll see what I can do with that.
I'm just gonna
Why
paste
does
in
martial
that image.
law have bitch written on him?
Wait, what?
It's in purple, so I know Mad God did it.
Wait, what happened?
What's in purple? What? What?
There's the word bitch written on martial law.
Oh, yeah, that's me. That was me. That was because he left. He left as soon as we fucking went into.
Second combat started. Hey guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, hey guys, gotta go as soon as. So
Hey, I can see Osiris now.
I exist.
And then if Mad God cuts out the background, we'll have an even better looking one.
yeah, just give me a second.
God damn it.
Someone flip the table again.
Somehow it got unlocked.
Oh, what happened if you spam the flip table button?
The game will crash.
It eventually flips the table.
Quality
Is it
content.
done? Yeah, it's not. Now I see why people watch us. It's so entertaining.
Yep.
We're exuding competence.
So far we have one table flip, we have one unlocked board. We'll go for the trifecta, we'll see if we can fuck up something else tonight, it'll be great.
We have one non-functional player image.
Oh yeah, that's three. There you go, there you go. We're already at three. We're ahead of the game.
No player.
The board's still flipped, though. It's still all jacked up, hovering in midair.
All right, I can fix it.
Looks fine for me.
I'm not even on tabletop simulator, so I can see it from Ninja's perspective. Looks okay.
Oh, never mind. I know what you're talking about. There's like all the doors and stuff are under the map.
This campaign just turns into the Curse of Strahd. It turns out to be an ancient vampire.
This is what happens when you touch cursed mummies.
I'm stabbing it in the neck first before I touch it.
You get cursed.
What happens if cursed mummies touch you?
You get mummy's curse and you start to die slowly. Like,
So
painfully slowly.
definitely not a milk then.
Anyway, like I said, continue the story. This little project is going to take I wouldn't say a long time, but it's going to eat up some time. So carry on.
Reloading the table.
All right.
Basically, I was waiting for you guys to do something.
Well, we've already know that good old jam my finger in
Osiris.
the hole is interacting with the damn mummy. So we need to see if something happens.
What do you do?
I stab it in the neck.
Nothing happens. It's dead.
Oh,
It's cool.
it's dead. So, like, what caused this destruction then?
Something that wasn't the
that.
mummy.
Obviously.
I'm going to shout over, Osiris, is it safe?
Yeah, it's dead. It's not moving. It didn't even jolt when I stabbed it. If you're asking about the loot, you can come and take it.
I'm going to... Coming back into the game. Gonna walk up to the mummy.
I recommend not touching it, though, still. That's probably a bad idea.
I'm gonna walk up to the mummy. If I were to cast... Why the hell am I just floating there? I didn't lock that shit. I'm gonna walk up to the mummy. If I cast... Oh, what's it called? Sacred Flame. That's it, Sacred Flame. If I cast Sacred Flame on it, which is a purely radiant-based damage, could I not affect the clothing that it's wearing?
You're just gonna shine light on a dead mummy? Sure.
Do you plan to take the clothes off the dead mummy?
Well, if it's elegant and worth enough, yes.
I can just imagine, oh, that's a nice suit. Where'd you get that from? A dead mummy corpse I found in a mine.
Excuse me, have you ever played Skyrim? Don't
Yeah,
tell
I
me
don't think it's
don't
Skyrim
tell
they
me
actually where you got.
try a game without wearing some vetter and
Are they actually clothes, or are they just like silk bandages?
They are fine silk bandages enshrouding an armored body.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, like the armored body. Oh, so
What
he's
about
not
the-
wearing any under armor.
What about the weapons?
The bandages are under the armor and on top of it.
So it's a
So
leper.
Covered in bandages.
a very honorably buried leper.
Yeah, not elegant armor then, just really fancy fucking.
Well, you can't
strips
tell.
of
It's covered in bandages.
Shit about that.
Wait, is there anything about the coffin? Can I check the coffin?
Sure.
What would that be for a roll?
Investigate.
Yes. 19.
Okay. You investigate the coffin. The coffin is very fine. There's an inscription in the coffin. Do you have a light source? Can you read it?
I have a ring that can give me dark vision.
Okay.
Wait, no, I have normal dark vision now. Curse from curse.
So you can read it. Let me get my notes here. Okay. So if you read it, what it says What it says is, "Hear me tear before this fight, that many foes I shall in your name smite. Skilled skirmisher of single hand and trusty for the Wolf of Fenris, grant me the benefit of your past wars. So suffer I shall not even scratches. Unmatched are your skills of war, that unto me I beg you grant. With your gift unrivaled, I'll be through battle with wounds nary at most scant. Tyr, please hear my prayer, for war arm me with fatal wisdom, as all do cower for your sword that cleaves both man and kingdom." So it's got some sort of religious inscription that you can read.
I'll relay that out loud to the party.
I would love a sword that could cleave a kingdom.
I swear you
Can I
would.
do a
Wouldn't
religion
anyone?
check to see if it means anything in particular to me?
I say we bring the dead body back to life.
You can make a check if you wish.
Do you have that
Yeah.
capability?
The bishop
What,
probably
religion
did.
skill?
Roll a religion check.
Yeah, I got +8 to religion. Yeah.
It turns out this
So
is
hopefully I roll
Shroud.
a 2.
All right.
Rolled a 2.
So you have a feeling that this might be related to some sort of Norse deity, but you don't know much.
May I make a roll?
Well, Tyr is the Norse god of justice. I know that IRL, but
Tyr is the god of war.
and justice.
Aren't like most Norse gods god of war?
Most of them, yeah.
That's why I kind of went straight to the secondary.
I'm gonna roll. I got a 28, natural 20.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
Leiron's like, yes, I studied this in history class.
Yeah, I actually did. I went to history class. I was trained by monks, devoted fucking shitbag clerics.
Okay, with a very high religion check, you remember hearing legends of avatars of Tyr, who were his most noble and well-regarded followers, like the paladins of his religious order. And maybe you'd know that this looks similar to the burial rites of one of those like legendary hero type characters from Nordic history from some 100 or 200 years past.
Right. I'm gonna relay to my party this. I'm hearing an echo. Is anyone else hearing an echo?
I think that's me. Sorry.
You need to turn your output volume down.
Is it better now?
La 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 la. Well, yeah, that's better.
Okay.
I say to my companions, this charming chap seems to be wearing armor and bandages that have a passing likeness to holy religious warriors devoted to one of the Norse gods, Tyr, I believe.
You suspect a history check would get you some more information.
All right, I'll do that.
Leiron, the history genius.
History's not my favorite, but I'll do it. Does anyone have proficiency in history? Maybe the intelligence wizard?
Yes.
Can I get a
What have
hand?
you been waiting for?
Can I consult with Zolda for advantage? Or maybe Zolda should make the roll. Well, it's either.
Oh, actually, I didn't bother getting proficiency in just regular history.
Ah,
Oh, you don't have proficiency in history.
so
Oh, it
then
doesn't
only
matter.
one of you can roll.
No, it was that or survival, and it fit my character better to have survival.
Usually.
Oh, look at that natural one.
You have no idea.
I know. I have no. Yeah. I have no idea what he's doing
You
here.
recognize the religious iconography of Tyr, and that it's
Right.
Nordic, but you don't know the history of this particular fallen king. So
No. Oh,
What
he's a
about an
king.
18? Does that help?
Yeah, Zolda got an 18.
Well, like on the other hand, last time someone unearthed something, it turns into an evil deity demon, or specifically a dungeon.
So your history knowledge tells you that this might have been maybe a king of the Goths, or a Germanic tribe in hundreds of years past.
Oh, so all the bandages are black then. I see.
Oh no, different Goths. It'll be several
Oh,
hundred more
oh.
years before that kind of Goth comes around. It's
I
like
could
the
resist. My
Visigoths.
apologies.
So, what do we do now? We have this information, but what do we do with it?
We know that this was probably an important guy, and therefore he probably has stuff worth stealing.
I like the way you think, Zolder.
I very much like the way you think, Zolder. I'm sure that if you let me into your heart, we can become the best of friends.
It pretty
You have
much
a heart?
simplified. I mean, if you has fancy shit that we can.
I know it surprises me too sometimes.
So, are we robbing this man, or
I
Well,
mean, I'll let you do it since there's probably a curse, since he was a king. Disturbing their tombs usually invokes the wrath of somebody really nasty.
I think
So sure, if you want
that
to
is a
loot
good
his
point.
grave, go for it. I'm gonna stand over here.
Does he have anything
It's
that
totally
looks?
worth it. I'm just not gonna be the one to poke the
Does he have anything that looks
avatar.
valuable? Like looks nice.
Oh, yeah.
Looks.
I'm
besides
sure
the
it all
clothes.
looks amazing. He's a king.
His weapons look really fancy.
Do they look like they could actually carve a kingdom open? Like, how strong do they look?
Well, that's the legend anyway.
Can I investigate the sword?
Okay. You approach the sword. It's in a scabbard. The scabbard is jeweled and golden, and there's platinum scrollwork all around it. It's really,
Jesus, I want to say.
really fancy looking, valuable looking. Do you pick it up? Do you draw it?
No, I'm not doing that. Not since you asked me that, I'm paranoid.
I say to him, "You were literally about to eat it a second ago." How
Yes, but that was before I looked at it closer. Ew.
You know, this has taught me a valuable lesson, and that valuable lesson is never give you information, because otherwise you seem to be rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitant to be my human guinea pig. Note to self. I'm just doing the. I'm still doing the background to make sure there's no stragglers.
That's all I gotta say about
I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well,
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there anything on the sword that I like? Can I read anything? It's like spread on it.
It doesn't have writing on it. No. Well, actually, maybe the sword would actually say Justicar on it, on the hilt of the weapon.
All right, I draw the sword.
You draw the sword. All right. Time stops.
What?
Waldo.
Like Dio comes out with the sword. Finally, I'm free.
so who's frozen? Everyone?
Yeah.
Even Osiris? The guy who drew the sword? Are we stuck like this forever?
Are we? Did I just end the campaign and then take something? Ninja?
Setting something up. Give me a
He's
moment.
frozen too.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, this is the end for me.
Where are you, PNG? Aura. There's a open raster is called Aura. Aura.
It turns out this was secretly a boss fight, and I have to face him.
I mean, there's nothing secret about it. This is definitely a boss fight.
Yeah, and chances are, like, time's just going to unstop. I'm just going to be a sampled mess on the ground. And, like, it happened in an instant. He just unsheathed the sword, then he died.
Okay, Ninja, give. I'm gonna go with this image because I can't be asked to work anymore on this thing. Give.
Can't be asked or can't be bothered.
Well, the same thing, really. Can't be bothered. I'm English. Sue me. Or Welsh. Well, I'm not English. I will never be English. Fuck the English. I'm Welsh.
Meanwhile,
That
we are only
explains
English
so
viewers.
much.
90% of the time it's a minute. Huh?
Nothing.
There you go. Can you use that image for Osiris now? Maybe
Oh, thank you, Matt God.
You're welcome. I even fucking kept your lightning effect. Aren't you happy?
Yes.
I can't believe it got rid of the stragglers. Didn't expect that.
And then Zaldar's like, let's just spend 10 minutes casting detect. Oh.
Can you see Osiris now, Zolder?
Yes.
All right, so here's what happens. This is a big, crazy, dramatic effect. In fact, let me get that that thing, that shiny thing that you use over your base over here. Copy one of these. No, that's not what I wanted. That is a mummy corpse. That's what I wanted.
I'm gonna have to make this image bigger.
Wait, are we still time stopped?
Yes.
Does it work? All right, I'm back. What happened?
Are we able to move though, or are we literally frozen in our bodies?
Look up time stop if you would like more
Can you
detailed
still
information.
can they still see, or like do they just?
Need a yellow. Where's the yellow?
Time.
Yeah,
Oop,
that's
fuck.
rainbow. That's red. There's yellow. All right.
Time stop.
It's all sorts of bad. It's just all sorts of bad.
I'm pretty sure it's literally just getting more rounds. Well, first of all, it's a 9th level spell, which should not exist in this world.
You briefly stop the flow of time for everyone but yourself. No time passes for other creatures while you take 1d4 plus 1 turns in a rank. That's for combat. During which you can see when the spell ends just the action. The spell ends just one of the actions you see used during the period of effects.
Okay.
It's just okay.
So, what happens is when you draw the sword, suddenly the mummy stands up, and he's not a mummy anymore. He's this guy with one hand, and now the sword's in his hand instead of yours, and he's just going to glare at you, and he's going to start saying that war prayer to Tyr that was inscribed in his coffin over here that you had just read. So during the time stop, when everybody is literally frozen and unable to move, he spends a full 6 seconds reciting the war prayer to Tyr. Let's see. Round 1. So he draws Justicar. He speaks the prayer.
Wait, what?
He activates Bulwark of Faith. He gains +6 damage resistance to all damage types except stress. Round 2. Still in the time stop. He casts Animate Dead as a 6th level spell, summoning 7 enhanced Gothic warriors out of this hole here.
Oh boy.
Oh, because I drew a sword.
Yeah, why did you draw that sword?
I didn't expect it to do anything. There was no words on it. Just a fancy sword.
All right. So
I mean-
he's got no initiative bonus, and I don't think skeletons do either. So I'm gonna put.
Do I recognize the language he's speaking, or?
Uh,
Can we
If I was able to
hear
read
while
it,
we're time
like
stopped?
Proto-Germanic, Nordic, or English, perhaps.
If I was able to read the coffin, I guess I can understand what he's saying.
So far.
Yeah,
he's
that was
got-
in English. That was in English. So
Uh-oh.
you should read that.
So far he's got resistance to all damage except for stress, but we don't have anything that can inflict stress damage. I don't think. Some of us probably do.
Is everybody's initiative accurate? We got a 12 for He-Man, a 9 for Leiron, 14
that
for
is not
Zoldan.
accurate. Hold on.
It's
All
not
right.
accurate.
So
Where
we
did
need
the
to
effect
adjust
come?
those.
Ballot battle.
I have 11 unless I'm within 20 feet of somebody. And
Okay,
then
now it's accurate for me.
Secret boss battle.
Yeah.
Bam, 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 bada,
Yeah.
bada.
and Houdini has 1. Okay, I'm good.
I think of it like this: like you draw the sword, and all of a sudden I say, "Wait, why do I hear boss music?"
Where are the
Actually-
7 skeletons?
I've got an image for this. I need to upload it real quick. Give me a second.
Are they a horde?
No, there's 7 individual skeletons.
Does he
So
look
there's
like he could
2
be
avatars here.
There was overlap there. Say again?
There's 2 avatars of tier.
No, this is the skeleton. I'm just making a copy and then
Oh,
changing
I
the
see.
image.
My apologies.
Boy, that would suck. Fighting 2 gods. Oof.
Wait, what?
I don't think we're ready for that.
Wait, this.
I think that image. I don't know, but I can't tell. But I think that image is a bigger version of his character.
I mean, he's not a god, but he's what you call an avatar of Tyr, which means he's channeling a lot of divine power.
Can I reason with this man?
Cough.
No.
Not while we're frozen in time.
I mean, I would love to understand the godly logic of these. I mean, is there more than one god? I mean, there must be.
Apparently, yes.
Well, this is supposed to be in the real world, and in the real world, through most of history, there were entire pantheons of gods and polytheistic religions all over the world. So, yes.
I just got kicked
It never worked.
somehow.
Wait, is time still? Wait, are we all still frozen, including me?
My god.
Okay. So goth skeletons, 7 of them, come out of this cave here. Well, he doesn't move them. They are also time stopped. Only the Avatar of Tyr is still able to act right now. So what he did is he cast Animate Dead as a 6th level spell and created all of these undead out of this mine here, where his warriors, his former warriors in life, were also buried with him, and now they have all risen from their graves and picked up their dual battle axes, and they're starting to get ready. But they can't move yet. So the next thing after that, let me get my list here. I had to make a list because he does time stop. He has so many actions, it's ridiculous.
Oh my.
It's a very lovely, like, 30-foot sphere. If you
Wait, like I have a question. Was this a cursed item? Because this has been avoided.
It's actually not cursed. It's an artifact of a god. So
like,
it's not actually a bad item. It's actually a lawful good item of justice. It's just that you tried to steal it, and that's not justice.
ow! I just unseated the sword. Wow, ceiling.
You picked it up. So did the
well,
miners. So did the miners. That's why things went badly
So
for them.
it's a magical item of justice, huh?
Yes.
Mhm.
Wow. So I'm sure if I explain myself, I won't get murdered.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that using the literal holy good sword to fight the literal forces of evil in the darkest dungeon would be a bit more of a contribute than letting it lay in a fucking crisp with a dead set of bones.
So guys, when the sword Justicar is drawn, an aura of light emanates from the blade. He speaks the prayer to Tyr, as I said, and that is the activation for his magic item, the Justicar sword. You have to say the entire prayer to Tyr to activate this magic item, which means you need to be pretty devout to have that memorized, to say the entire thing. So he says it, and light emanates from the blade. It extends 20 feet, 10 feet of bright light, and another 10 feet of dim light beyond that. Everything in the light is inside of a zone of truth.
I went my bed until I was 13. Why did
Uh,
I say that?
was Scorbeak invisible?
Yes, but it's back on He-Man over here.
Okay, nothing happens. All right, so he's going to
Trying to circulate it.
with his action, he's going to look at Osiris. He's going to touch Osiris. What's your alignment?
Okay.
Oh
Can you
no!
move it?
No!
Believe it or not, it's not chaotic evil. Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. The Avatar of Tyr is going to glare at you. He's going to step here, and he's going to touch
Oh.
Leiron. What's your alignment?
How? Like, do you really have to ask? You know what it is. Lawful evil.
Lawful evil. He's going to glare at you, too. Let's see.
I'm
I'm
frozen though, aren't I? We can't do anything.
30, 35. He touches He-Man. What's your alignment?
Neutral good.
Neutral good. He glares at you as well.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. What is the magic fucking... Are you looking for lawful good?
I'm out of movement. All right.
Castle Blast,
The time
isn't-
stop. The time stop has
Avatar's
ended.
Out of movement.
The time stop has ended. So he managed to check the alignments of 3 of you before the time stop ended. All right. So I'm gonna roll the initiative,
Can you
and then we'll
promote
see
me,
what
please?
happens. He hasn't actually attacked anyone.
Psycho Frog needs a promotion. Yeah, but he can't, can he? If he uses an attack in time stop ends.
Yeah,
I just look at him as like.
but the attack still goes through.
Great grandfather.
Now, remember, players, we don't know that he checked our alignment. He just put his magical hands on us.
Wait, whose alignment did he check? Like, how three? Like, who's three?
He-Man's
All he has to do is touch you, and he knows your alignment just automatically. So he touched Osiris, he touched Leiron, and then he walked over here and he touched He-Man. And then the time stop ended. He ran out of juice on his time stop. So, Psychofrog, you've been locked in a time stop after he went Zawirldo and all this other stuff. You realize all this stuff just happened, like, instantly. And so you're the first to react. What happens?
I ask him, "Who are you?"
He's going to say some stuff. Do you what languages do you speak?
Oh, okay.
It doesn't ask
Like,
us like, do you want to speak
Real world
German?
languages or D&D languages?
Well, this is taking place in the real world, so it's got to be like English, German, French, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, no, I just speak D&D.
Do we have to pick nationality before we
I
start?
speak
Now you tell
I
me?
speak common, infernal, celestial, and abyssal.
Common's going to be English because we're in England.
We'll be the equivalent of German then.
German.
If he's an avatar,
No.
would I hear him in celestial then?
All right. He's going to hear you speaking Common, and he's going to switch from like he starts conversing in like a Germanic, Proto-Germanic, but then he'll say in like a more understandable English. He'll start conversing with you. He will
We need
tell
to
you
have-
that he is Guitar, king of the Goths, and sworn to justice, and those who are unjust will be slain.
Do I hear
I
this?
see. Well, we are attempting to rid this world of the evil and unjust. In fact, there were a group of bandits just in this very mine that we helped cleanse.
You mean slaughtered?
Cleanse.
Like you literally set the room on fire and
Cleansed with
he-
purifying flame.
He'll reply that these three are unworthy, and he points at Osiris and Leiron and He-Man.
what?
What do you consider to be worthy?
You must abide by the pure virtues of Tyr. Lawful
What
good.
are those?
What are
I
yes.
have this,
So no-
and I pull out my magical white crystal. It's like, this crystal chose me. Are you sure?
wait? What is your alignment, He-Man?
That's the good crystal.
This is the crystal of goodness. It is pure holy goodness.
Pure
can we-
holy goodness.
I mean, can I just? Sorry, but our initiatives are wrong anyway because mine's definitely not 9. Can we
Did you
like?
even roll?
I did.
Well, no, it's saying I'm 9, so that's wrong.
No.
It's because we have. Because
I'll
the table was
re-roll it then, but Zelda's still gonna go first no matter what because we already did his turn.
That's fine. Also, Glass is not here. But I was thinking,
I also should only be at +8 since he's within 22.
even though, can we ignore the initiative for now and only start doing initiative when we can make an attack or something?
No, you're definitely in combat.
So they're gonna come after us
Let's see here.
because it looks a lot like
This is gonna be
negotiation.
funny because Smitty is lawful good.
I think the problem is
Oh,
Caster's
God.
got a token somewhere else. Where'd he take it? Find Caster's token. Delete it.
Oh, I put it in the bag.
Wait, so you're saying if we were chaotic evil, we would have been slaughtered on the spot?
Oh, look,
No, we can't
he's still first.
attack us.
That works out.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Smitty's true neutral, not lawful good.
None of us are good. Lawful good sucks.
Exactly. It's boring.
This is in Urborg's masturbation fantasies.
But we are trying to accomplish good with who, right? Right?
Yeah, I'm accomplishing good as much as everyone else here. I'm just.
You
You
show
know,
medicine from frog people.
I expect a reward. After all
What
this.
laws have I broken?
You killed a man in your basement.
Oh fuck! I have.
Show
to-
medicine from frog people.
Hey, he was gonna rat me out. He was gonna rat me out. He was gonna.
You trapped him in there because he lied about how good of a chef he was.
Exactly. He was a liar. He pulled the first. He made the first straw.
So-
he was a liar. That's a sin. right?
So, Mad God, Scorbeak
Right.
has an opportunity to act right now if he wants to do anything.
Well, it's still Zolder's turn. How did this? How did this negotiation?
Yeah, how did this play out? I guess
Well-
I spent my turn talking to him to try to.
Yeah, you asked him a question and he responded. He told you who he was and what he's about.
Okay.
And he explained that he's testing each of you and you've all been unworthy so far.
I'm gonna just say I'm not even gonna claim to be worthy of Tyr's ideals, but I do respect them, and the work we're trying to accomplish would meet his ideals.
Wait, there's a quick question.
Mm,
Can you also tell our religion, or just our alignment?
just alignment.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's not reading your mind. He's just getting a feel for you.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not being attacked yet, and I'm trying to not provoke the glowing guy. So yeah,
Scorbeak is going to.
I guess I'll just pass on my combat actions for now. I guess.
Scorbeak's also not going to do anything.
'Kay.
He's going to go ka.
Mad God.
Okay.
Yes.
So you emerge from the time stop. Suddenly you're
Oh, yeah.
able to act.
I go. Oh, gee. Oh, that felt weird. Well, did we? I know you said that. We saw this glowing and all that, but what have I seen? Like, did I just see all these undead come out of nowhere, and then suddenly this Avatar of Tyr is just over here? Did I
So,
witness that happened, or was I just frozen?
so you were here. He said, Zawurldo, you're conscious, but you're frozen. You can't do anything. Only he is able to act. And so he did all the actions that he did, and you're aware of those actions, but you
Right,
were
okay.
unable to do anything because for you, time was absolutely frozen until this very moment.
Right. Okay. I am going to realizing that this person has said that I am unworthy, along with He-Man and Osiris. I'm going to go up to the Avatar of Tyr.
Oh my, don't. Don't.
3, and I'm going to. He's not moving. There we go. I'm going to go up to him, and I'm going to say to him, "And who are you to say that we are unworthy? Unworthy of what? Your protection? You think we need it?"
And then you guys lightning struck and struck out of existence.
I'm going to say to the Avatar of Tyr, "Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to judge us in Tyr's light? In Tyr's, what's the word? In Tyr's service?"
He's literally got a halo right now.
So I can have a halo if I want. It just give me a 6 seconds to cast minor illusion on top of it. I'm going. So my point here is, I want to try and roll. I'm going to try and roll. What would be the roll for what I want to do? Which is, I want to try and make him question his own faith.
You trying to intimidate him? What?
Well, no, I want him to believe that. I want him to believe my worldview, which is, since we're all combating the darkest dungeon, we are automatically in the service of good, and we are
What?
and we are therefore exempt from his judgment that we are unworthy.
Sounds like persuasion to me. Roll it.
Yes. Okay, I'll roll persuasion.
Even still, like he can just like, he's like Santa Claus. He knows what we did. It's like Santa Claus.
Leron is so on his naughty list. Naughty list. Rolling persuasion. I got a 21, which isn't bad, but I could do better.
He could also tell exactly if you lie or not, because you're in his zone of truth if you're in the light of his sword.
Did I lie? I mean,
It does seem to be what you've said your character is about the whole time. So, fighting the darkest dungeon by any means necessary, right?
Yeah. Well, unless you're a literal devil, Eduardo.
Eduardo's currently hiding out in a dungeon with a ghoul.
I just believe anything goes in love, and I just believe anything goes in the way of destroying the dungeon, and that should be seen as good.
All right. The Avatar of Tyr doesn't seem to give you much notice. Osiris, do you do anything?
Doesn't seem to give me much notice.
I want to talk to him as well. So like, How did you die? And how are you back? First off.
Are you gonna walk up to him?
Justice never dies.
Oh, cool response. But like seriously, how did you die?
Battle.
Really? There was a battle here? Or
Oh yeah. There were many invasions of England over the course of hundreds of years.
okay, I see. So what do you plan to do now that you've realized none of us are worthy?
He doesn't pay you much mind either.
Does he just not have an answer?
I mean, this is the perfect time for him to cast like Word of Radiance or fucking something that affects multiple enemies in a 5-foot reach. Arms of Hadar as another one.
All right, he's gonna do something unless you're gonna use one of your actions suddenly.
I don't want.
Oh, you mean Osiris or everyone?
Osiris.
Okay.
It's still technically his turn, but if you're just gonna talk at him, he's going to take his turn.
I'm not gonna attack him. No, I don't want to risk it.
He takes a
Okay,
step
she's just-
here. He's gonna touch Zalder. If you allow it, you're not time frozen, so you can avoid him if you want. Is it an attack roll, or do you just let him poke you?
I'm gonna try to like back up, kind of like, what the heck are you doing? Not like a fighting stance, but kind of like a whoa, what?
He uses the
I'm not
command
that hard
hold
to
on you.
touch.
He uses the command hold on you, so you can't move unless you can beat a DC
Don't-
17 Wisdom save.
I can sure as hell try.
Hold
What's my
still.
Isn't Wisdom one of your saving throws?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm +6. Save.
Gotta say.
Wisdom save. What's my score that I need to hit or beat?
17.
Your spell mod.
No.
Suddenly you're unable to back up, and he just puts his hand on you, and then he says, unworthy. And then he walks over here, and he puts his hand on Smitty if Smitty doesn't resist.
I'm just gonna stay there looking
Alright.
at you, man.
Unworthy.
I mean, he should have done
House
it.
Unworthy is lawful good.
I think the bird is lawful good. Funnily enough.
No, I thought
Because-
Smitty was some kind of neutral, wasn't he?
No, he's a neutral. He's a neutral good. Long said.
Like he hands Scorbeak the sword. Do with it what you must.
No, I think because the bird is literally like a spirit from a good god. I mean, I've always roleplayed him to be good, despite the stat block.
Isn't he a devil?
He's literal devil.
No, it's
And him.
it's complicated because I want to play Scorbeak like because he's from a
He's a
celestial.
little guardian angel.
Yes, I don't know what form he is, but he's a celestial technically. That's his form. So I treat that as him being of lawful good alignment. But he can still do bad things because Leiron can order him to. And he hates it. That's why he hates Leiron.
He's just gonna randomly touch the bird and just find it
that
out.
damn bird.
A worthy bird.
All right, so you can cast a cantrip and a regular spell on a turn, right?
No.
If the regular spell was a bonus action, then you can use your regular action to cast another spell as long as it's a cantrip.
With a casting time
That
of one
is a regular action.
Mm. All right, so he can't do that.
What's he planning? What's this boy planning?
I don't think any of these are
That's
bonus actions.
I mean, I'm literally the guy chosen by the gods to fight well.
Well, unless command is a bonus action, then he can't cast anything else. Because there are no bonus action cantrips.
Well, Shalala and Magic Stone.
Okay,
Are
so
those cantrips?
They're cantrips, yeah.
Oh, my apologies.
hmm.
No, but that would still just let you use 2 cantrips. Your full, if you cast a spell this turn as a bonus action, the only spell you can use for your full action is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Since command is not a cantrip, it doesn't matter. He couldn't use his bonus action as a spell regardless. even if it was a cantrip, because he uses full action for a non-cantrip spell.
Unless he has an ability that is a bonus action, he hasn't got anything else this turn.
Okay.
Or if,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's got legendary actions. Right after his turn, what he's going to do is he's
Mhm.
going to do 3 consecutive legendary actions.
What?
What are these
Of course
actions?
he
Are
is.
they attacks? Is he going to
Is he
hit?
just going to kill us for no reason other than the fact that we're not lawful good?
I mean,
Well, we
sounds
did play
like it.
Steel Sword.
I
Well,
just
Oh,
want to
tried-
Cyrus tried to steal a sword.
We're not with him. That was all him.
We all egged him on, and we know it.
You guys all just say that out loud. It's
Tell you
all
what.
it's all.
What he's going to
Well,
do
It's his own.
What he's
I
gonna
didn't
do
like
is he's gonna fly over here, and what he's gonna do is he's going to give a dreadful glare to all of you, and he's going to say that since all of you are unworthy, leave now or perish, and then he's going to turn as if he's going to return to his crypt. And when he does that, when he says leave now or perish, there's such like a powerful aura of godlike presence behind his words that everybody has to make a DC wisdom save or they will become frightened for the next turn and have to run away.
I'm immune to the frightened condition.
Okay.
I got 20. What's the DC? 17 still?
Are
I
we,
also
are
got
we
20.
rolling for it right now?
It's only a DC 16. DC 16 wisdom save or you succumb to fear and run away.
I passed.
I also passed.
Okay. So he's not going to attack you, but he is commanding you to get the fuck out. He-Man, what do you do?
I will offer him the good white stuff.
What? Good white stuff. What, have you got cocaine in your bags?
No,
Wait, that-
not stuff, stone, the light crystal.
Oh, stone.
You're gonna hand him the crystal of light.
You sure you want to
Yeah.
give up the crystal of light to him?
Yes.
You hand him the crystal of light. Well, this is an impressive gesture. Let me make a roll.
Ooh,
Hmm.
what's that? Oh, it's that crystal.
This
Have
is a
you
powerful artifact, and it's incredibly good. He'll accept your gift.
So wait now.
I'll go over to He-Man and say, was there a point to that?
This is like you just like so. Okay, nice crystal. I'm taking it, but still, get the fuck out.
Okay, you're unworthy of the Justicar, but he'll throw his hammer to you.
Okay.
What?
Thank you.
The hammer.
You now have the Hammer of Tyr.
I mean, wasn't Thor the one with the hammer?
I mean, it technically is Thor's hammer.
Oh no, what have you done?
You gave He-Man the hammer of Thor.
He's already got the long hair and the
This
cape.
this was
half cape.
this was kind of better than
Oh,
expected.
no.
He's got Mjolnir.
like he lifts it up and just goes, I have the power.
Are you He-Man, god of hammers?
I think the Avatar of Tyr and say will use this to smash all the evils in the darkest dungeon.
Like when he lifts it up, like lightning strikes through the cave, like goes out of his way to break the rock and strikes the hammer.
Not only that, but when he wears the ring
Respectfully,
and
Epic
gets
gives me the hammer.
large enough, he can dual wield that crap with his
Oh,
sword.
no, it's a warhammer. This thing's too, like... Wait, what?
When he gets big and he's large size, then he's 2 sizes above his weapon, so he could dual wield them as if they
He
were
can do
light
wield the
weapons.
acid sword and the hammer.
Well, it's not a warhammer then. It's a battle axe if it's light and thrown.
This thing's actually way better in the hands of a cleric that can cast Turn Undead, because you see it gives you a +3 on your Turn Undead DC, and it can destroy higher level undead.
The Demon Slayer.
See if
The
it's
Demon Slayer.
improved by +3.
If they fail by more than 10, though.
But see, like normally it only goes up to CR 1/4, So you can only destroy undead like zombies and skeletons. You can never destroy like a ghoul. This would wipe out a ghoul if it fails by a lot.
Oh, ancient hammer's in danger.
Hey, was Father Aaron worthy, by the way?
Huh?
Look at his stats. Doesn't it say his alignment there?
So you have to be chaotic good. You have to be lawful good to get the Jort to go.
It says that he is neutral. Unfortunate.
Oh, never mind.
Well, it's nice to know that that hammer can return to your hands whenever you want, but A, can't you already do that with your switching gauntlets? And B, don't you have a magical ability that does that anyway?
The switching gauntlets pull things that are in his inventory. If he's thrown an item, it's no longer in his
it
inventory,
only
and he
works
can't switch it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
But this one's fun. It's like a boomerang. You throw it and it comes back. Plus, it's adamantine, and it's a +3 weapon, so it's got a really good to hit, really good damage for Warhammer.
Wait, is he still asking us to leave?
Also, it's adamantine, so
Oh,
if you hit an object with it, it's always a critical hit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, adamantine weapons in 5e, if you hit an object, like if you're trying to sunder a door or a treasure chest, it's always a critical hit with adamantine
object.
weapons.
I was going to say,
As in
creature,
non-living.
But Ninja, is he still asking us to leave, or we just good now?
He told you to get the fuck out, and he's going to walk back to his crypt and return to his ancient sleep.
That was interesting, guys.
He let the miners get away, too. They didn't get anything for it.
So, like, what if I would have walked back over there and unsheathed the sword a second time?
So if I'm sundering like people's shields or armors, then it's just auto crit.
I don't know if it works with a sunder. I think it's only objects. It's got to be an unattended object, like a door or a chest.
Okay, so if people are hiding behind a door, I can go smash doors. It's cool.
Yes. You could throw your hammer at the door repeatedly until it smashes down.
But Ninja, I have one quick question. One very quick question.
Yeah.
If I were to unsheath the sword a second time, what would happen?
Oh, God.
You would
I
certainly
wonder.
die.
Like, what if we were somehow through some divine grace able to beat him?
I mean, you got a chance. You could beat him and take his other item too.
Nah.
Your chances are not super great. He's
I feel like we
very
could beat him.
strong.
Like, people with low HP would probably die. Like half of us, well, primarily probably me.
I did tell you he has 3 legendary actions, right?
But what if I were to keep the sword in the sheath as I as I walk away?
The main thing is, as soon as like it seems like anybody's gonna take the holy blade, he'll contest it.
All right.
In fact, if you try to take the hammer, he'll contest it too. But he's offered it as a gift in exchange for this lawful good artifact that you gave him. So
He-Man literally. So if anyone tries to take the hammer from He-Man, it just like goes back.
well, he can summon it back to his hand, like whenever he wants. Just like Thor's hammer, just whoosh, puts his hand out and here it comes.
So it's what, a +3 magic weapon?
Yes.
Wait, the god is.
The rarest of rare artifacts in D&D 5e.
Where the hell
Yeah,
is
who is-
my rare artifact?
I have a question. Who is Tyr the Norse god? I'm looking that up.
I mean,
God of
play
Justice.
God of War.
Yeah, they talk about him a lot in that last God of War game. All
What
in
was
the
that?
past tense, though.
Hmm.
It's like you see a lot of his buildings
So-
and things about him, but you don't ever meet him.
So when he says GTFO, does he mean this whole mine complex or just like this area of the mine? Like, can we
I
go
think he
explore the
just
rest of
wants you
this
to leave
area?
this area.
All right.
Fear usually makes you run
Guys-
about 30 feet away, and then it wears off. So
I say let's go explore the rest of the built-up parts of the mine and leave the sleeping avatar the fuck alone.
Fine.
I was already doing that after I gave him the stone and got the hammer.
I mean, I don't care about that. I don't care about him anyway.
You say that, but
Well, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
you really
I care
do.
a lot. I care a lot about his power. I mean, it would be lovely to have something like that.
Hey, Ninja.
Yeah.
How can I get into contact with my patron?
divination.
Like what would that what would that role be?
Divination is a 4th level ritual, so you would have to perform some sort of sacrifice to your patron, and after doing the sacrifice, make a religion check, and if your religion check is good enough, then you would be able to contact your deity.
Was it called divination? Contact a god or a god servant and can ask a single question pertaining to an activity to occur within the next 7 days and receive a truthful reply. Requires 25 gold pieces, which the spell consumes. It's a 4th level divination ritual. I still don't understand rituals. You've still never told us what your plan is for rituals.
I don't know, just whatever 5e does.
Well, 5e you can't. No, I mean like for higher magic.
Well, so there's... If you do the sacrifice thing, then the spell comes out of it. So it's not really
Well,
you
there's a
doing the
random
ritual.
There's a random chance of of that specific spell coming out of it.
Yeah, but
mean,
like, if you as a player are specifically praying for a specific thing and making a sacrifice towards that end, like to contact my patron, I would probably make it just happen, just because.
Yeah.
I mean, your patron's already giving you all sorts of magic that you use on a regular basis. You think they're going to not take your phone call if you make a sacrifice to them?
I mean,
Well,
I've
so I can
literally
just-
never called them.
So I can just hit up my patron anytime.
Yes, but it does require a sacrifice and a religion check.
Oh, okay. All right. Is there anyone like the Frog Village is still like pretty much unnecessary, right?
So it doesn't even have to be a creature sacrifice. You could sacrifice objects too.
What?
So like,
Really?
if you find a magic item you don't need that's worth a couple thousand gold, instead of selling it, you can say, "I will sacrifice this to God," and communicate, and then it'll be your sacrifice.
What if I were to sacrifice the items you gave me with the weapons that I pick up, the heavy backpack?
I mean, it's got to be something that's worth sacrificing, because like what you get out of the sacrifice is directly proportional to the quality of the sacrifice.
This is enough weapons to arm a small army.
What if you just never pick up the phone? Like, for example, Leron has never contacted his patron ever because he hates him. So I'd have thought it would have been extremely significant if he ever did.
I'll just say up front, an item of less than like 1,000 gold piece value is probably not a good sacrifice.
Wait, so how valuable does the item? Does this need to be magical?
I'm saying like all your mundane stuff is worthless to God.
What
The
else
hell
do I
does
have?
God want? He's God. He literally has everything.
What can I? What do I have?
Your
What do you give
your patron or deity might accept a magic item to eat it for its magical power, but that's about it.
What if I were to offer something that's not like non-physical, like like doesn't have a physical form?
Like a contract to a devil, that's possible too.
Technically, it's not a contract.
That usually only works with lawful evil devils. I mean, you could try it with a demon from the abyss, but they'll probably just scream a bunch of obscenities at you and eat you.
What if I were to offer my left hand?
It might work with Tyr. That's kind of his whole deal. The one-handed, one-eyed thing.
Oh,
Give him the eye and hand of Vecna.
Yeah, if you sacrifice an eye and a hand, he'll hook you up.
wait. So I could like if I were to carve out my iron hand right now, I could get into contact with Vecna. Well, not Vecna. Tyr.
Well, I mean, getting contact with Tyr is easy. He's right there. The avatar of Tyr, like as much Tyr as you're gonna get on Earth.
So,
So,
damn.
so he is a literal god.
Not a literal god, avatar of. So he's channeling the deity, but isn't the deity.
Are you,
What if I were to contact another Norse god?
are you using the stat block of a goddamn Empyrean?
No, I'm using the stat block of a mummy lord.
Oh, okay.
But he's
So,
still
like,
a
what about-
CR-15 monster, so don't fuck around.
You know,
He's CR-13.
CR-15. He's a big boy. He's very strong.
he's a big boy.
What challenge rating is your thing from Beyond the Stars?
Yeah, about the same.
So like, you know.
What was the CR of the thing? 1-5. There you go.
It might have been 17. but it's in the ballpark.
I just
Well,
want a cool sword, to be honest.
I mean, I kind of feel like we've skipped the boss battle.
You
Yeah,
sure
that,
did.
that,
I mean,
that,
I can't think of anything good for, like. I mean, we get a sword, but I can't use that, so I've already lost interest.
This is actually a
What if
good outcome. This is one of those fights you don't want to fight. For sure.
what if I were to get into contact with a different Norse god?
I mean, that might be hard. You're in England.
I
Actually,
mean,
my favorite
honestly, he's a boss, but he's lawful good. He's technically trying to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish. Fighting him is not in our best interest, even if we won.
See, if one of you guys were a lawful good paladin, or at least like a lawful good cleric, maybe, and you decided to convert to Tyr, then he would consider you worthy. He'd give you the fucking Justicar sword. You'd have all the powers, and then he'd send you out to fight the darkest dungeon. But since none of you were worthy, he's going to continue to wait for the next 1,000 years for a worthy person to come along.
So what you're saying is that if one of us die and decide to make a paladin, we could come back here and get a kick-ass.
Oh,
Maybe.
Osiris, don't you fucking dare get any idea.
So Psycho Frog gave me the idea. Okay, like it's pretty tempting.
Guys, you know, I'd really like to go into that mine. What mine? You've never heard of any mine. No, I've got this calling.
On the way here, like I saw it on the corner of my eye, like 0.5, like a half an inch of it. Like it would seem very interesting. I want to go back down there.
All right. Anyways, moving on. Let's go and check out these rooms.
Okay.
E-Man, are you back? Long, are you back?
So this door was open.
Well, Long's gone to the toilet.
Well, I might actually have a patron that can help with the sword.
Isn't your patron a literal warbling mass of shadow?
No,
You're a hexblade.
no, I'm not a hexblade.
What are you then?
Packed up the undead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pact of the Undead. So you're
And my patron is literally the goddess Hel, the Norse one. Hel, the 3-letter word.
yes.
Yes.
It doesn't really help.
It could. We don't know.
Well, it's like saying, "Hey, you know that person that you what's the word? Oh yeah, stand against? I'm her bro."
To be honest, like if I'm reading this correctly, the wolf that bit off Tyr's arm is the same one. Yeah, Loki's son. What gender is that? I don't know.
Fenris.
The wolf.
The wolf Fenris.
Yes.
I thought that was his dad.
I don't know.
No, that's that. It bit off his arm.
You back, Long? His blindfold went off. So where do you guys go?
It's giving me the Loki for the goddamn Marvel.
Of course it is. All the little adventurers standing in a line. He-Man refuses to move forward.
I want to move forward. Yeah, I'll just keep in mind that if we find someone worthy, we will send him to Tyr.
Just give some random lawful good person this all-powerful sword. Okay, great idea.
We must find the worthy one. It is our side quest.
Okay, so this room here's got a bunch of weapons, a wooden trunk in the corner. It looks like a blacksmith set up shop in here, and there's a couple doors, one on the left, one on the right.
Oh, I'm in such a rut. I can't benefit from the evil shit because my power is good, and I can't benefit from the good shit because my alignment is evil.
Right?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking bull.
What if I were to give myself severe brain damage?
New COVID map is up. I live in the one state that's not colored red.
Congrats.
Like, can I give myself severe brain damage?
However, I never leave the house, so I can't get infected.
Right. Well, we still have rooms left to explore. I guess we may as well
I mean,
put that to good use.
I guess there is an advantage to being a shut-in during a pandemic.
Sure is.
Speaking of putting to good use, I used the hammer to smash in this door.
Antisocial shut-ins for the win.
Introverts, na.
Introverts unite separately in your own homes.
Just imagine like a Captain Planet. Go! Loneliness, crippling depression, inability to cope with the outside world, socially awkwardness. They create the introvert.
The simple
Try-
wooden door doesn't have a lock. It's just got a simple handle that pushes open. Inside, there's a small room. It's got several beds. The beds have a variety of the miners' belongings, skewed like in the corners and tucked under them and whatnot. Just a variety of mundane belongings here in this room.
Nothing of interest.
Nothing stands out.
I will investigate it.
Investigating anyone.
Anyone do anything?
21.
Find anything?
Damn good investigate. All right. You find a monocle of green tinted glass. Do you want to take it?
I'm taking that as a yes. Zoink.
Well, I didn't find anything. I don't know what you're talking about, guys.
The only other thing of interest you find in here is an ancient book filled with the accounts of an unnamed miners' guild.
I'd like to pick that up.
All right.
Yeah, I'll toss that over later on. Hey, look, bookkeeping.
Oh, fantastic. You know just what to get a girl. Anyhow, I take the book. I read it.
Oh God, your girl. I'm so sorry.
It's a figure. I look up Vinzolder and say, it's a figure of speech. Learn some etiquette. And I start flicking through the pages.
Most of the book is just a long list of entries about weights and measures and different amounts of material and sales
I
figures.
want to keep looking through it. I want to find contacts. I want
Do
to
they
find
talk about tier?
who are they going to sell their ore to? Who are they going to? Who are they employed by? I'm looking for these names.
Yeah, traders in Saram. They would just bring it into town and they'd be sold there.
Miscellaneous traders in Saram. So nothing that.
The
No
miners would bring it to town. The guild in town that this book is referencing would buy all the materials off them and sell them on the market.
Okay. Any contest would probably be dead anyway. I'm gonna throw the book to the side and to the side.
At least all the miners are dead. The townsfolk in Saram might be alive.
I was thinking workforce,
Right.
or maybe contacts to, I don't know, sell Mexican crystals. I don't know.
You know, while you're out here, you personally could go to Saram and find some peasants and be like, "Yo, peasants, come move to my farmstead. I'll give you some
Yeah, but they've all got
relocation expenses."
They've all got squid arms. I don't want no squid arm shit.
Wait, how are these guys mutants?
Saram is not the town of mutants. Saram is a town you've never been to, which you are right
Oh.
next to.
Oh, all right then. Let's go there. I mean, eventually.
You opening the door?
Yes, open the door. Damn it.
Yes. Open the door.
Open the door.
Hey, it's a hallway.
Beautiful.
I traverse the hallway. Is the torch Smitty's holding lighting up anything?
There's a torch on the wall here, so you don't even need Smitty's torch.
But I mean, like, it's a magical time.
It does not show any traps.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, you have two options. There's a big door in front of you or a smaller door that's tucked into a nook on the right.
Big door.
Lag.
It is important.
But like Ninja.
Yeah.
If I were to give myself severe brain damage, would that change my alignment?
Nope.
Okay.
You have to be really, really lawful good. You have to do things through roleplay that are so lawful and so good that your alignment shifts over time.
Lynch looks at Zolder and says, "Hey, guess what? Thank you." Later on, just become lawful good. Oh my
Right.
god, I'm a new person.
Like, thank you so much.
Suddenly you're
I'll
the
never
one
kill
telling
again.
everybody else not to pickpocket or commit crimes.
I can never see that happening.
Now. Whatever you do, don't lockpick that door. Somebody could be on the other side, and everyone is entitled to their privacy. Oh my god! I wish the evil Leiron was back. I hope that happens, like a temporarily, like a very temporary alignment change for Leiron, where he becomes so good that it's just worse than everything he was so far.
All right. Whoever owned the mine, obviously this is his bedroom because this place has a big bear fur rug on the carpet. It's got a nice dresser full of nicer clothes. It's got a much more comfortable bed than the other ones you've seen. And then there's also just a whole bunch of desks covered with a variety of tools and paperwork.
How's a 25 investigate feel?
There you go.
All right. I'm going to need specifics because we've got, I'd say, like 5 areas in the room that you could be searching.
So anything look like a chest?
There's
Wardrobe.
the dresser is the only thing that.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Okay, so you check the drawers of the
gonna-
dresser. You find
gonna
a bunch of
highlight-
clothing.
I'm gonna highlight what everyone's gonna be investigating.
They're not super fine silks, but they are nice clothing.
Well, no hidden compartments, nothing fancy.
Yeah, you didn't find any secret compartments, just a bunch of clothes and socks.
All right.
There you go. Assume that everyone's searching these areas.
Yeah, all right. So you're
Well,
just
no,
gonna
I
spread it
searched.
out?
I searched right here.
Yeah, he got that one already. Okay. So, Leiron, there's a workbench. It's got 4 wooden legs. There's nothing under it. It's got a flat surface with a few gouges in it.
I'll open the chat. I'll open the thing. See if there's anything good inside.
No, like I said, it's just a table.
Oh.
This one over
He-Man
here
level
has
15.
it has a alchemist's kit, and there's also an herbalist kit on this table here with about 100 gold worth of alchemy materials.
I take the herbalist kit and I will bring that to the alchemist in the town.
All right.
It's not a herb kit.
Well, there's
It's
both.
out-
There's one of each.
Well, here he has like that big cauldron we brought him, and pretty sure he has his own alchemist set.
He has an herbalist kit too.
Oh, does he? Okay, then.
He's well stocked already.
What that?
Looks like Zelda
Wait,
wants it.
oh, he wants it? Okay.
Yes, please. I'm learning herbalism. I'm like 75% of the way there.
I've already got it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll never give you a healing potion to save your life, but now you know. Might give you a healing potion. Who knows? You've been here longer than freaking Osiris over there. Speaking of Osiris, what did he find in the final circle?
You gonna dig through the paperwork?
Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, hello? Good there?
Yo, we can hear you.
Give me
Okay.
a second to spawn out a card with some stuff on it.
Another enemy! Osiris does anything. Secret boss battle. Wait, what?
Yeah, spawn a couple of enemies.
I looked through the paperwork, accidentally find a secret document of evil, and then all of a sudden,
Okay, so you find a book on the table. It looks like a music book. It's got a musical performance written in it.
Anyone here musically inclined?
Bard, perhaps.
Is it like, is there anything like, is there like lyrics or is it just like piano, like notes?
Musical notes, lyrics, the whole deal.
What did the lyrics say?
No, I don't know.
I'll take it. I'd like to learn how to play the piano because there's one in my mansion.
Sure.
Like there's just a song with no lyrics?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna check the rug
I'm gonna-
next, I guess, if we've all taken a turn searching.
non-specific. Use your imagination.
I'm gonna take.
It's just WAP written on paper.
All right. What else do you guys do?
Sewer sounds very interesting. I might have to I might have to start acting more chaotic. I mean, lawful good.
I mean, I guess we should go back and check
even
that
know
other
the sword
door if we
does.
think we've got everything in here.
It's fancy. I don't know. Treasure just entices me.
Is this an opening or a door over here?
It is
Like there's a little
a.
alcove.
It is a wall.
Go back to the small door. Then. Is there like no sign of the miners? Like
They
this-
were all
this is
massacred.
the-
They were all dead. You found their bodies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, it's a machine of some sort.
Kind of looks like a stairway.
So this goes down into the mines. They would roll the mine carts up here from below.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I got around that.
Okay. There's another door over here. Another really basic unlocked door that goes into a small hallway. Connects to a side room here.
I had no idea mines were like this. Extravagant. Bleh. All puzzly.
All right. You find a room. There's a large treasure chest. There's a bunch of tables that contain ledgers about the mining operation here. There's a bunch of scrolls of business transactions.
Were you supposed to go in these rooms first and then go to the tower? Like,
It was up to
Yeah.
you.
Remind me again, why are we here?
Because it was on the map.
Oh, right, okay.
You
why
found
are we
the you found the dead miners and followed the trail back here, and then you just went in and explored.
God. All right. But do we actually have like a destination to go to? Do we have a reason we got out of bed in the morning?
You guys were trying
Yeah,
to
we went-
destroy all of the infected corpses on the road.
Oh yeah, that's right, and we did that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to slow the thing,
Oh, what'd you do?
slow down the plague, and then we found a cure that we're taking back to the hamlet because we value that better than the village of.
Right. We're also gonna go to Saram after this to because I want to hire some miners, farmers. Daddy needs his money.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to see to check on that chest.
Okay. You poke it with your hand. It won't open.
It's locked. Yeah. If only we had a rogue.
Tell me about it. I am honestly considering hiring one.
The Mage Hand's gonna poke He-Man in the shoulder and like just pull itself out.
Huh?
It's just gonna sit on me? What?
No, it's asking for a key, but it can't talk, so it's like poking you and like
Oh,
having
okay.
a little open hand gesture. Like, give me key.
Okay, I will give you a skeleton key if that. I don't know if that'll do
Noti-
anything.
Noticing this, I look over at Nzolder and just say, "Why don't you just ask him for a key?"
Skeleton key unlocks
is
just about any
funnier.
lock. Poof! It's gone. The chest opens.
Huzzah.
The mine's spending cash. Not very much, but there it is.
Eh,
Is
Does
it
it at
less?
least pay for the damn key?
I don't think it does.
It doesn't.
Ah, shit.
Well, that was a waste.
It's about 169 gold. No, it doesn't.
I look to my companions and say, "Damn it! Why will none of you bother to learn how to use thieves' tools?"
However, you guys did get a really cool hammer, which is quite valuable. Priceless, in fact.
It's not as good as a sword.
Priceless isn't as good as things we sell for money, damn it.
all right, so what did I miss?
It's priceless. Hey, how much will you give me for this sword? For this hammer? I'll give you 100 gold for it. I mean, sounds like there's a price on this thing to me.
Like, how fancy does the hammer look?
Real fancy.
Ornate.
I guess let's head to Saram.
Wonderful.
Wait,
Time to finally get out of these damn caves. I'm already.
wait, He-Man, think about it. You could sell the hammer and then teleport it back to your hand.
Oh god, that's a good point. Can he fly like Thor? Right. Okay.
But like, couldn't he sell the hammer and then like teleport it back to his hand to get it back?
I think they would get that power then. I don't.
They're not worthy though. They just have the hammer.
But
Only
Leron,
he
I
would-
could cast fly on him, and then he could spin the hammer really fast, and it would look like it worked.
Yeah, I'm really going for the actual effect of flying, not some Yankee Doodle performance.
Okay, so
He would
here's...
actually be flying.
How were we? Were we here?
All right, you were at...
No, we're by
Saran.
Saram. We're
That's
right here. We're the little
Mine
Chess
cart and
pieces.
lock boxes.
Okay, so what happened is Rikaril and Martial Law were both like, let's get the hell out of here, and then they left the mine and they hit the open road. They
To fuck
traveled-
some crabs.
They traveled south, and they went back to town, and so that's where they're at
Didn't
now.
wanna- Didn't want to come to Saram with their favorite guy, good old Leiron.
Oh, there's a lockbox outside the mine. Or did we
You guys
check
already got
out?
that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Wait.
thought so.
Are there any cool tourist attractions here?
There is the town of Saram to the southwest.
Can is there the wizard equivalent of talking while chewing gum? Like, could I cast a ritual as we're on the road?
I think so.
I guess.
All right, I want to
I mean, the
identify
only
this
real-
monocle.
Let me
It
find out.
is a monocle. Monday.
All right,
It improves your vision through one eye by 1.25 times.
Wow.
Oh,
So
Magnifying glass monocle?
Well, 1.25 times, so it's like double your vision. What? Say that again.
It is 1/4
No.
better than plain vision.
Right. Is it just a?
Yeah.
Is it literally just the equivalent of going your entire life without glasses and then finding like
one
half
glass.
a pair of glasses?
I don't know if you have this in England, but in almost any store in the U.S., they will have a rack that just has glasses that aren't prescription glasses, but they are of varying magnifications. So this is just like one of those.
Varying magnifications.
So you have like
Yeah,
the
like reading
1.25
glasses.
times reading glasses, and then you have like the 3 times reading glasses for when your eyesight's really bad. It's-
Oh, you mean for like specific activities like reading or
yes,
seeing?
reading
Oh,
glasses.
It doesn't sharpen your vision; it just magnifies it. Oh,
Yes.
okay, I got it.
So it's
Yeah,
like
we have, but they're not sold in glasses short stores. They're sold in fucking.
right. No, we sell them in every store. They're everywhere.
wait, if we were able to beat the Avatar, will we get the sword?
Yes.
It's what you have to buy when you don't have universal medical care.
So
Yeah, well, I have
Tyr-
NHS, so
as you know, Tyr is a god of war and justice, so he'll give the sword to a lawful good paladin of justice because that is justice. Or if you can defeat him in battle, you get the sword through war. Either way, you are worthy.
wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to backtrack.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm just saying,
However, if you try to take it from him, I'm definitely going to try to murder all of you. So
why would you try to
If,
murder us?
if they try to take it from him, they're doing it without a wizard.
Oh,
I think,
come
I, think,
on.
I think we should come back here later when. Like, does anyone have any paper on them?
So Madgod,
Right.
the mutant
Yes.
folk live in Tyrus. Tyrus is to the northeast through the swamps.
Do we have to go through the swamps? Can't we just stick to the road?
You don't have to go there at all. I'm just pointing it out because you thought this was that town, but it's not. Saram is totally different.
Where's Saram? Oh, it's down there. Oh, okay.
Ninja.
Let's go Saram.
Can I get my patience? Can I get my patron and negotiate what's here?
No.
Yeah.
Hey, can you phone your brother for me? Obviously, no. Okay, can you give me hey mom? Can you give me your brother's number? No.
Wait, that's just my uncle then. Mom, can I get your brother?
That's not a fair comparison.
Hey, later
It's
on,
like,
don't
okay.
forget there's also a camp that we had scouted out over here that we haven't explored either.
thought we did explore that camp.
Nope, you never went over there.
No.
You saw there was some movement, some enemies by the camp.
Wait, Ninja.
I don't care
So
about
after
them.
we visit Saram, we could always sidetrack there before heading back to town.
Are you saying that getting my patron to negotiate would accomplish nothing, or I just can't?
So, divination, if you do the ritual and you cast a spell, you can ask one question. That's it. So you can't ask your god to negotiate with another god on your behalf. That would be way more than one question. Way more. Like a significant amount.
Maybe
Of...
one question.
They must answer truthfully. Okay, can you give me the number of hell? And they just say no, and then they vanish.
That's like the equivalent of the my wish is for more wishes.
I wish for everything on this paper that I wrote down to be true.
Yeah.
Oh, that is wow. Well, that's a good one. I mean, if you really want to delve down into it, it says that you need incense and a sacrificial offering worth 25 gold pieces, which the spell consumes.
Yeah, you definitely need that.
So, if anything, you can't do it because you don't have the materials
Well,
unless you regularly travel.
Do
With...
we just go straight to Saram? Is there a traveling process, or do we just get there?
It's dun-dun.
All right.
Oh, we have to go there.
well, Saram is pretty
Email.
close, so you can get there in an hour. You travel southwest for an hour, you arrive at the town of Saram. Actually, half an hour, because you were actually here, I think, in the mine right next to it.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
So half an hour, you hit town. Saram is a quaint village. There's a farmstead and there's a little sheriff. It's a sleepy town. Doesn't do much. They do some logging. They do some farming in the fields. But other than that, they're just a little stopover town.
I'm going to, as we enter the town, I'm going to say to my party members, right, now, if anyone asks, I am the greatest person in the world. Honestly, I could sugarcoat that a bit, but honestly, I need these guys to think that I'm wonderful. Because, let's face it, I am. And I'm going to put my hand to my eyes to try and block out the sun, and I'm going to try and locate the town, not the town, the building that looks the most like it would be where the mayor of the village would inhabit. I'm trying to find the town hall. Here's a monocle, look fancy.
The local sheriff is all you're going to find. There's no mayor.
Only a sheriff. Okay. Would anyone else like to do anything, or am I free to roleplay this shit?
Is there anything like? Not really. No.
I mean, are there any
Just kinda
shops or anything
Follow you as
of
your
interest?
Is there anything interesting in the village, or just like it's like the Frog Village?
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone to wait here and watch the master at work. And I'm going to walk up to the sheriff and I'm going to say to him, "Good day, good sir." I'm going to go up to the sheriff. What did the sheriff look like?
Okay. The sheriff of Saram is a skinny man with handlebar mustaches, and he wears a rather large hat.
I'm going to say to him, greetings, sir. May I first compliment you on that very fine hat of yours?
All right. He looks you up and down, and he says, "Welcome, stranger. You've come all the way out here to Saram. What business do you have? What would a fine gentleman such as yourself need in these parts?"
Ah, well, what does anybody need? I need something. Unfortunately, I come here today on the matter of business. You see, I am a local baron of one of the Crimson Court lands, and recently, due to plague, I have rather a shortage of people to work on my farms. I heard that Saram was one of the greatest farming villages. Where are we? East or west? West of the mansion, west of the hamlet, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to get some new workers for my labor force. I was wondering if there was anyone who'd be interested in working for my farms here.
Tell you what, stranger. Come this way. And he leads you to a stockade where there are 6 people that are in the stocks. They got the wooden things clapped around their neck and their hands. So they're bent over with their hands sticking through the holes and their head stuck through the center hole. And he's going to say,
Right.
"These criminals here, I could definitely part with them for a small fee.
I say to the sheriff, "Now surely you jest, sir. I need reliable workmen, not common criminals."
Okay, well, all they did was, like oppose me. So, I mean, they're good workers. It's just they're a little bit disobedient. We didn't get along, and so, I punished them. And I'll sell them to you for a fair price.
What's a fair price?
1 gold each.
1 gold each. That's quite a bargain, I must say. Although in this mannerism, it does seem to be that they're more slaves. If you catch my drift. I mean, what's going to happen to them if I don't hire them?
Well, after they do their time in the stocks, they'd go back to the fields. But they're more trouble than they're worth. If you want to buy them, maybe they'll like you better than they like me.
Leiron thinks in his head, thinking, well, maybe this person was trying to rule through good. Maybe trying to rule through benevolence. But let's see how these people act when they're ruled by fear.
Well, putting them in stocks might already be the fear method.
Leiron scratches his beard for a moment and says, "You know what? I'll take up your offer. How many villages did you say there were?"
6.
Wonderful. I'll take all 6. 1 gold each.
1 gold each.
I dig into my.
I just imagine you're looking at how many did you say there were?
Yeah. Sorry, awful vision. It's this damn head cage. Makes my vision a little fuzzy.
Are you wearing the head cage and the monocle?
I'm wearing the head cage. I'm not wearing the monocle.
Okay.
Just to magnify blurriness. That would just make it so bad. I'm removing 6 gold from my inventory. There you go. I hand him the gold with almost disdain because, well, it's not the best, but it'll do. It's still people to work. Okay. Does he unlock them from their barricades?
Yeah, of course. He'll give them to you. They're all roped together. Their hands and their necks are tied, and they'll hand you the rope.
Are you sure I'm not buying slaves?
No, of course not. These are peasants. This is all above board.
Well, that's just slavery, but with extra steps.
I'm going to undo their ropes, and all their bindings, and I'm going to say to them, gentlemen, allow me to assure, gentlemen and ladies, I can't tell gender, head cage, you know what I mean. I would just like to assure you that you are now in the employ of Baron Leiron Lifegiver, and from this point on, you are under the protection of one of the nobles of the Crimson Court. You need not fear. As long as you work for me, I am happy to work with you.
Yay, says the crowd.
Yes. Big smiles. And I walk up back to the party and I say, and that's how you get that shit done, fuckwits.
Like you cross your arms and everything.
Yeah, clean my hands of dirt that's not there and
dust off your shoulders.
Arms up.
Your hands are very metaphorically dirty, though.
Hey, don't let them know that.
Wait, but Ninja.
Yeah.
What are you
Is there
talking
anything interesting in the village, or is it like the Frog Village again?
So,
Like-
Trying to dismember these slaves. It's like a frog.
They're not slaves.
Saram is a full village, pretty much like the hamlet. You can go into Saram and you can go to any kind of shop. They have a regular trading goods shop, or they have pretty much everything for sale. Tools, food, water skins, all that mundane shit. They have all of the basic shops. They even have like a couple little way shrines to, like a Christian way shrine with a couple of Vestals that are there that can maybe do a little bit of healing on you if you need it. So
what you're saying is, it's just like the hamlet.
just like the hamlet, it is a fully featured town. It's just I'm not going to flesh it out much if you guys are not going to spend a whole lot of time here.
I plan to live here. What do you mean?
Well, it is a bit of a walk between here and the hamlet. It's about
Look
as
at
far
mine.
as your other castle in the Wildlands was from the hamlet.
Buy a horse.
It was it's like a castle, more of a dungeon that was repurposed.
How would horses change like our travel speed?
Well,
Well, how have you been using horses this entire time? Wouldn't that be a lot easier?
Because horses cost money, and Leiron really likes money, especially when he keeps it.
So what you're saying is Leiron is Mr. Krabs. It turns out this we're just SpongeBob both retrospect.
So are we staying in this town, or are we just gonna go back on the road?
Well, what's the time outside? What's the time? Well, outside. What's the time?
It should still be like mid-afternoon at this point.
Wait, well, we did all our jobs, right?
Well, I accomplished what I wanted to. I don't think there's
You
any.
mean
other-
disinfecting all the corpses? Yeah, we did all of that.
So shouldn't that just be it? We just
So what it
return
says
home?
in the book here is if you have horses, the horses are faster than a person for bursts, but over the long span it averages out. So unless you have a fresh mount every 8 to 10 miles, it's going to be the same as if you were on foot.
How are these? How many squares is each hexagon worth in miles? One.
So let's see. A fast pace is 4 miles per hour, and each one of these hexes is a mile.
Right.
However, that's like usually over a road. If you're doing anything, it's going to slow you down.
Yeah, I don't think there's any point in horses then. I mean, we can walk. Thing is, there's no adverse effect of it other than having to rest. But then again, we do have to commit full days to sleep. But then the horses would also have to do that.
Okay,
Oh, I
so right here, if you were heading back to the road, an hour would cover 2 spaces, so 1, 2. And then your next one, you get on the road, so that'd be like 1, but then the road gives you an extra 1, so then you go 2, 3 on the road. And then if you want to like speed up your pace and not pay attention to anything and not hunt and not do anything except just try to force march as fast as possible, then on the road you can move a 4-space move.
We gotta go check out that camp that we spotted.
You
Over
guys
here.
want to do that? I'm down for that.
Now
I'd,
for
rather
what?
make my way, I'd rather make my way back to the hamlet with my fresh new slaves. I mean, workforce.
I want to spend a night in the village of Saram.
But it's actually, from the campsite, it's actually a pretty good straight shot right back to your house, dude.
Yeah, but isn't there only one entrance into the Crimson Court? That's nearby the
I mean,
hamlet.
you own it. I'm sure you know all the secret ways in now.
Oh, is there a secret way in?
So this is the road through the Crimson Court towards the hamlet.
Right.
Wait, have I been carrying the like tens of the like not hundreds, but the axes and swords this entire time?
I believe so.
Where exactly is the wall? Can I get like a wall?
The wall is at the edge of the swamp, so just right there, all around it.
Right. Okay. So my mansion is just.
It's
just south.
outside
What
of
is the
it.
I mean,
orange?
do you really
represent?
want this camp of whoever it is in your backyard? Really?
What does this orange represent? Is orange my farmsteads?
Orange is
It's
open
arid,
fields
brush.
of rocky land. It's not especially arid because you're in England. It's still pretty wet.
Where are my farms?
However, these are
The
like
goblin tribes.
similar to open fields. Just imagine it's similar to these.
Is Goblin Tribes my farms? Where are my farms?
Your farmstead's probably like in the space that Heroneth occupies. Like it's within that hex.
Ah, okay.
So your mansion and your farmstead would all be in here.
But it's only 1 mile big. I mean,
Well, I mean,
But like,
how big's a mansion gonna be, dude? A mile's a very big space.
but Ninja, I have a question. So like, let's say Osiris was to die and I was to make the lawful good paladin.
I mean, technically, we could say like maybe the farmstead is the next space over or something. I don't know.
I was going to say this. So I just want to figure out how much of the land encompassing my manor is owned by me compared to Silverhand Mines, Crimson Course East, West.
Ownership is a little weird in medieval times. Like everything technically belongs to the king, and then through him he'll give things to his upper nobles, and then the upper nobles will give things to lower nobles and to merchant lords, on down the line. So it's all sort of they give
Am I
you
an
the
upper?
privilege of things.
Am I an upper or a lower noble?
You're like lower. You're not. You're not in the royal family. You've
My heart-
only attained your place in life through wealth and connections instead of being born into it like an actual noble. That's what they call bastard feudalism. They would call you a bastard feudalist because you're becoming a noble through illegitimate means.
Well, I am a bastard. Okay, all right. I'll stick with low nobility if that's as high as I can go. But what about? I want to be a pope. Give me pope. Me pope. Me.
Well, you'd have to change the game dramatically because you'd have to sail to Rome and then do an entire political game where you're trying to become the most powerful person in Rome.
Okay, a different question. Who is the most religiously powerful person in England?
Right now, it's the bishop.
It is the bishop.
Bishop Orozzi, yeah.
He is the most powerful. Okay, because there are archbishops.
Yeah, well,
It's like a upside. I got Archbishop. of
maybe
Westminster.
the archbishop is with the king. So he's like the most powerful one aside from the ones that are like with the king.
Right. So it's king, archbishop, who's with the king, then Bishop Orozzi, then me.
Trying to figure out your hierarchy, huh?
Yes. Well, I don't see it as a hierarchy. Think of it more as a ladder to success, or a kill list.
Kill list.
Oh my gosh.
No, if you kill Barozzi, that's gonna be bad.
Well, first I need to become as powerful as him, which is impossible because he's a fucking level. He is so powerful, and I don't know how and why.
Yeah.
Because we have level limits.
He's one of those game-breakingly powerful NPCs that only the NPCs can be that strong.
Yeah. When he uses the familiar stat block, he gets to share the fucking magic initiative or whatever it's
The
called.
justification for that is that your story and your game takes place in this considerably shorter period of time, whereas he had 40 years to become as good at being a bishop as he is.
Okay. All right. Anyway, getting my role play out of the open. I guess we are investigating that. Yeah. The original point of the conversation was if there's an entire wall over my mansion, are there any other entrances in there, or is there only one entrance? Which is
Yeah,
from.
I'm sure you could just go to your farmstead and then go into your place from there.
I've been muted this entire time, and I am so mad at myself.
Yep, you've been muted this entire time.
Yeah, you were saying you wanted to stay in Saram, and they're saying they want to hit the road. So
Wait, how long was I muted?
since
Wow.
you said I want to
Wow.
stay in Saram, that's how long.
That's how long? Oh my god, I've been talking to myself for how long?
A few minutes.
Mad guy, do you actually plan to go to Rome?
No, I am not going to Rome. At least not while the Darkest Dungeon's still there.
Can we take a 40-year downtime then? Like level
Oh god.
40 years of downtime.
I mean, if you guys take 40 years of downtime, the world ends. That's
Yeah,
kind of
most
the point of the Darkest Dungeon.
Most
Like
of
how,
you
how
can
long?
ban-
How much downtime can we take before the world ends?
Okay, well, from the time you started until now, a perpetual winter has fallen across the land. Everybody has been under constant psychic assault from Cthulhu, and there is currently a 100-foot-tall mass of tentacles extending up out of the mansion in the distance.
So how long is that?
So if you spent another, like, I don't know, 10 weeks like you did in that last downtime, you'd probably be consumed by the darkness by then.
So we don't have much time. Okay.
What have we got? Like 10 weeks before we have to actually fight the Darkest
We have
Dungeon?
10 weeks before the world ends. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a rough estimate. It's probably less than that.
Oh boy.
So we have to get everything done quickly within 10 weeks.
I don't think we're getting any more powerful. What do you think, guys? Next week, Darkest Dungeon.
I'm still level 1.
That's your problem. You're the one who changed the job from character.
You
can
missed
die
it.
a level 1 noob.
You missed it, but I did say that you were level 3 after the vampire fight.
So why we didn't take a long rest?
Yeah, that's been the main problem. I said, like, you guys get the level up, but you have to take a long rest for it to kick in.
So we fight that vampire guy?
Cyrus is renamed Bait.
Now, this was like 2 weeks ago when you fought 12 vampires in the woods.
Oh yeah, and I ate the body.
Yeah,
I mean, after my first combat, there were only like 4.
so fighting those 12 vampires was enough to be level 3, if you weren't already.
And for everyone else, they're level 7. Yay! Right, Ninja? Right?
He's thinking about it.
Pokes you with a stick, right? Right, Ninja?
Right.
However, that's like
Oh,
one of those, what was it, like 12 milestones you need to gain some kind of extended power beyond 6th level?
Yeah. What is going on with milestones? How many do we have, and how many do we need to get what we want?
The answer is you need a lot, and the other answer is you don't have enough.
Wait, Ninja. I want to buy an inn in Saram. I mean, Saram. I want to buy a room.
How
Like
much,
a suite.
how much money do you have? I mean, if you're just getting a room for rent, then it's cheap. You just spend a
I have
coin.
410 gold.
However, like, your other party members are saying they're going to hit the road. Is that the case, or are you guys going to spend the night here?
Are you guys going back to the hamlet, or are you guys going to actually do like a mission?
I want to get back to the hamlet as soon as possible so I can start putting these guys to work.
If you want, we can just say you hit the road and move as fast as you can, and you just go back to the hamlet. We can just skip it all. Otherwise, we can take the road, we can go it slow, and we can have random encounters. It's your call.
I want to spend the night here. Oh, I died.
So it's random encounters or going back to... Well, if we go back to the hamlet, does that signify the end of the game?
I'm giving you the option of fast travel. It's only 10 p.m., though. We've only been playing for 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
So you guys want to just fast travel back to the hamlet, like the Skyrim Lotus free and everything?
Yeah, sure. We'll have a look at a bear, just have it spin around.
Maybe there's
Like,
encounters, but you guys are moving too fast. You just run away. So, back to town.
Yes, back to the hamlet.
Back to the hamlet. I got people to put at work.
Okay. So, having returned to the hamlet, we're going to start the new week of downtime and all that.
Hey, long rest level. What level?
3.
Yeah, level 3. I'm going to put levels in the Artificer now.
Did you say
Because I am now very...
to Artificer?
Hmm?
I said, did you say you're going to level into Artificer?
Yes.
Oh, God.
What's bad about Artificer?
It's not that. It's the fact you're going to multi-class into Artificer after already taking Hexblade Warlock.
I'm not a Hexblade.
You said you were.
I literally said multiple... Like, you've asked this question 3 different times, and each time I said I'm not.
Undead.
Pact of the Undead. I just have the... I have the Pact of the... Pact of the...
You're still a Warlock. You're a Pact of the fucking Undead Warlock.
My patron is the Undead, and the Pact I have is the one of the Blade. So... Those are 2 different things.
I thought you said you were multi-classing into Artificer.
I am.
But if you're doing that, then you can't be... If you're multi-classing into Artificer, then that means that you don't get 3rd level Pact of the Blade.
No, Pact of the Blade. No, you pick your Warlock subclass at level 1.
Pact of the
You
Blade,
pick your patron at level 1.
Pact of the Blade is an archetype at 3rd level.
No, I'm talking about like Pact Magic. Wait, what is it? Oh yeah, you're right. I was looking at the wrong thing. That's Pact Magic, not Pact thing. Well, I'm still going to be Artificer. It's going to be.
Hey, look, it's the occultist thing. It's your thing, Zolder.
Stating this man.
Plus 6 damage against Eldritch. -4 healing received. Plus 3 hit points per level. -4 healing received. What kind of enemies can we expect in the Darkest Dungeon?
Aberrations.
Oh my god, DM, what have you done?
Oh, is that a bad thing?
We'll come and see. I'm pinging it. I will continue to ping it until everyone else's hand is over here.
I can't see it because I'm not in the
You
table.
did that so long
I
ago.
see it.
Are you just now
Valiant.
noticing?
I'm just now noticing.
Wait, what is it?
That was up last time we were
Evelian
in
died
town.
from the plague.
Yeah, but why is he a skeleton and not?
Like, is all his stuff still there? Can we just like loot his body?
Nobody even buried him. He's just a skeleton.
Like, can I loot his corpse?
Like Father Gregory hasn't done that already. Hasn't performed a ceremony or anything.
No, people already looted the corpse, but they left the skeleton behind. It's just being picked at by animals.
I want to loot my own body.
No. Like I said, it's already been looted. People took all your stuff a long time ago.
Oh, I want to take the skeleton.
All right, you collect the bones of Evelian. You have found 208 bones.
Nice.
It's working.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, quick question for you, Ninja.
yes.
So that brass gauntlet that I have, that magical gauntlet that acts as a weapon and can store spell, it doesn't happen to have like 5 slots on it for gems, does it?
I don't think so.
Okay, just check it.
It is
It's not an infinity gauntlet.
not that gauntlet. You can attach one augment to it. That would work. One augment.
I was
gem.
thinking it's like put the travel gem in one spot. All right, I got space stone, that like stone of the ant. Like, okay, that's power.
Just
and-
bejewel it with a bunch of quartz crystals, and then the one gem augment.
Like, I can make a poor man's, gem of ant strength.
Oh, Zoldy, I see that you fireballed a bunch of enemies again. Hey, what can I say? I'm inevitable.
The chameleon augment just like the reality one.
Speaking of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
darkest dungeon, the town event this week is the Miserable Dark. All stress relief activities are less effective by half.
Aw.
Windows and doors will be bolted. Tonight, something haunts the dark. As one man put it, something ain't right with them shadows moving and twisting as they do. Residents are advised to stay indoors until daybreak.
Is
More
that
to
every day?
do.
So what happened? Was it when I wasn't able to get in?
I guess I'll sum it up. So, we went into the rest of the mine and we came across this mummified body. When we went into an argument as to whether or not we should interact with the dead body or, just leave it alone or figure out what was there. Words were said. And eventually we discovered that this dead body had a hammer and a sword around it. So naturally, Osiris decided that he was going to eat the body because Osiris goes up and decides to try and decides to unsheathe the sword first of all. That's when everything went fuck up. Good old time stop happened, and we were greeted by an avatar of Tyr, which is the closest we can ever get to Tyr's, the god of war and knowledge. His kind of visage. As close as we'll ever get to that. And he touched all of us in very inappropriate places, and he judged whether our alignment. And he basically just judged our alignment and told us to leave. But before we left, He-Man gave him a magic stone, and in return, he gave He-Man a magic hammer, which is
Thor's hammer.
yeah. Other than that, we looted the cave a bit. We looted the mine a bit more. We left and we moved back to the hamlet. Oh, but
And
first,
him and his awesome sword and fancy clothes are still there.
yeah, we also visited a village quickly because I needed to hire some hirelings for my farms, which went well. And we're just back at the hamlet. And that's story time with Mad God.
Since you fast traveled back to town, they didn't have a chance, but I was going to have some of them try to escape during the night if you had to make camp somewhere. Didn't end up happening, though. So, unfortunately, they're all stuck with you. So now you have one additional farm full of your new additions.
Wait, how much do we get paid for that?
You didn't.
was just a wander, really.
I
We went
mean,
out to,
For
yeah,
you're talking about for the quest for doing all the plague fixing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
did we get for doing the plague?
Well, if you recall, that mission was given to you by one of the mutants, and he all he did was cry when you asked for a reward, so he didn't have anything to give you.
Are you kidding me?
You did this out of the kindness of your own hearts, which pushes you ever so
Wait,
slightly
wait,
towards
wait.
a lawful good alignment.
And to stop the goddamn plague. Don't you start making it out that I'm doing this out of the kindness of my own heart. That is
I
not-
actually Leron just has a heart attack once you say kindness.
This is done in the name of fucking business. Thank
Sure.
you very much.
So like, does that make us lawful good now? Because like,
That's not enough.
okay,
Evil characters are capable of kindness, and kind characters are capable of acts of evil.
or you know, just born evil.
Anyway, I've now got an extra few farms, right? So
One extra farm.
An extra far.
what do you mean
extra
one?
farm.
6 people.
Yeah, 6 people's enough to run a farm.
Each farm. What? It says it needs 1 skilled hireling and 2 unskilled hirelings to run each farm.
Yeah, but all of these guys are unskilled, so they're gonna have to learn on the job.
Useless.
Well, I could get. Well, if I hire 3 skilled hirelings, then I can get 3 farms.
Do you want to hire 3 skilled hirelings?
Yeah, but where do I get them from?
Good question.
Well, I literally went to the town of farmers, and they said they didn't have, and you said they didn't have anyone other than them 6.
Well, he had lots of farmers. It's just those were the ones he was willing to get rid of.
Ugh.
His other ones were making him decent money and not complaining very much. These were the complainers.
Right. Okay. Where can I? Where can I get skilled? Have I got any more people on my advertisements for skilled workers?
Let me see. Did anybody notice? I rolled a 2. Let me try again. Oh, that's a 16. All right, one skilled worker came to town this week to see you about your message.
Did I get
Fantastic.
an employee
Here's a
pawn
farm.
shop? Oh, well,
Can I get employee pawn shop? What?
no. Did I get any new employees? My saloon.
Were you trying to hire new employees?
Well, yeah, I only got 2.
I rolled another 2. Nobody came to your shop this week.
Damn it.
Well, at least not people looking for jobs, but you might get customers if you want to do your weekly roll to see how well your business does.
What?
So we got paid nothing for that.
Whatever loot that you got from fighting monsters and delving into mines, that's the reward. That was the treasure.
I have 2 muskets, a crimson curse, and a fuck ton of weapons.
My phone's on.
How much can I sell the bag of weapons for? Like every single one of them.
I got a 14.
Oh, it's actually a D100 you have to roll for that.
It's like the bag of weapons. Like how much was it again?
I'll figure it out in a moment. I have the numbers written down here.
90.
A 90. Oh man, that's pretty good. So your business is going to generate 3, 4, 5 times 5, 25 gold this week. You got a bunch of customers. You made a lot of money.
Nice.
25 gold. We could pay for that in more than one adventure.
All right. What was the other question?
Like the bag of weapons.
All right, bag of weapons. Let me look. Pull up my weapon list here. Grit and Glory, weapons. So the bag, according to my stats on my notes here, 16 swords. So let me see what a sword goes for. Say 15 gold. Go for about half, so you're getting, I don't know, 7.
Wait, a sword would go for half? What?
Everything sells for half.
Can I barter? Negotiate price.
Yeah, roll a persuasion.
22.
Damn, 22 is good. Yeah, I'll give you a 10% boost. Let's see here. Axes. Those are 10 gold, so that drops to 5. 5 times 18. So, what are we looking at? 8, 15, 20.
99 gold.
I'll give you an extra 20 gold, so 222 gold is what your pile of swords and axes is worth.
222.
222 gold pieces. And you're finally, with great relief, you take off the sack that weighs several hundred pounds.
Wait, are you saying I fast travel over encumbered? What? That breaks.
God damn it, Zalder, please, for the love of God, cast Tenser's floating disc.
So,
I offered a long time ago, and he said no.
he,
Wait, you
he
did?
didn't listen to you, so he has like 3 levels of exhaustion when he gets into town.
Oh my God.
Wait, you cast Tensor's floating disc when?
I can.
Oh yeah,
That's the ritual.
Said he can, but you said no.
Like it's like let's just say like he proposed it beforehand. Like so, no, I need the extra muscle.
Yes, that's pretty much exactly how it went down.
Yep.
So now
I mean,
Dante's just there like, Oy vey, what am I gonna do with all these swords and axes?
Oh God.
That's a small army. I don't know. Whatever.
I've had an accent before. Get rid of it now.
Hey, Dante, you know you could go and arm Leiron's peasants, right?
Why would you give Leiron's peasants weapons? The one they just
You're
started
gonna
up.
start a revolution.
Yeah, start an uprising.
Revolution for what? I pay them well.
You pay them.
I say this in front of Leiron just to, get under his skin.
Oh.
Does
I
it
say
work?
to Zalder, excuse. Well, where are we right now? Are we in the bar?
It's up to you. Where are
Yeah,
you?
well, we're at Dante's, I think. I'm getting fresh supplies.
Come
and
to
so
my
forth.
bar.
Assuming that we've gone to Dante's for fresh supplies, just because when we run into each other.
Osiris is at Dante's shop selling all sorts of swords and axes from a giant sack.
I forgot I
I
could.
went to go get 2 more keys and store all the crests and deeds and busts and portraits.
Fair
I
enough.
genuinely forgot I had levels in Warlock.
I'm getting fresh ink and supplies. I've got that
This is your
spell book I
main
need
class
to
warlock.
copy down.
Yes, I forgot.
So that's gonna eat up some of your downtime copying spell books.
Well, it's just a couple hours each. And before you ruled, I could just go and just do that in the evenings.
Sure.
A little bit at a time.
I'll have to think about my.
I want to say it takes like 2 hours and 150 gold for the third level spell. So
I
it's
think
not
you
like
can do
it
that
takes
during a
up
rest,
that much.
so yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
What if I put the radiant damage augment? Fuck this gum. Alright. What if I put the radiant damage augment gem on my necrotic sword?
Then it would do radiant and necrotic damage.
Nice. I put that on now.
That might not be the best move because a lot of things that'll be immune to one and vulnerable to the other. So like a lot of the time it'll be half as effective.
I'm only doing that because necrotic damage doesn't come into like a nat 20. I never seem to have that luck.
All right.
Wait, how much do one of those gems cost?
The one I got so far, I can sell for like 5,000 gold.
Yeah, each one of the elemental damage dealing gems is 5k.
Super expensive, but they do give a nice boost.
Found it actually.
And they don't apply to spells.
Ones like
It
the
doesn't-
Traveler's Augment Gem are only 500, so these ones over here, these are the cheap ones. On his
How many
wrist.
people were
Wrist.
traveling? We only had 4 people traveling with us, right?
Yeah, a couple of people hit the road and left while you were in the mines, so it was just you. Father Arid is on Psychofrog's back, on Zalder's back. And
Maybe
Smitty's
you
there, but those are like NPCs, so.
What?
As for players, yes, 4.
Can I try to get a job at the blacksmith?
He already has several apprentices that he's been working with.
Can I try to outdo one of the apprentices?
I can always offer you a job in my saloon.
I mean, he'll let you use his shop a little bit if you want.
All right, everybody gets 1,848 gold, 3 silver, and 2 copper this adventure.
How much gold?
1,848 gold.
Not too shabby.
3 silver, 2 copper.
What is this? Hang on. Tim, come over here to my mansion.
What's up?
It says over here, running a business is D100 plus days. Does this mean that I should have been adding 7 to whatever score I've been getting?
Has anyone ever bought the Sentinel Shield?
It's got a thing where if you fail for a bunch of days, it's got like an ongoing penalty. I don't know
We
if it's
sold
got a.
the Sentinel Shield.
It might have a positive one too. I don't know.
Oh. Huh.
But what does days mean? It must mean... Hang on.
Just look it up in the Grit and Glory book.
That's what I'm doing. Hang on. Oh, it's not coming up in my goddamn freaking search engine.
So, what is He-Man's downtime activity? What's He-Man gonna do in town long?
I don't really have anything to do. I continue making more furniture in Smitty's house.
Oh, fun.
So, crafting. All right.
More crafting.
So, there's a lot of options. Like you could gather information, or you could go carousing, or you could brew potions if you got the kit for it, or you could go pit fighting in the new pit fighting arena. There's
Oh
gambling.
yeah, I wanted to do that in the pit fighting. Do they have who's like? Are we setting up a tournament, or is it just like a bunch of NPCs?
If you go in for single combat, it'll just be a one-on-one fight against another competitor. But if you all want to set up a tournament where everybody participates, we could do a tournament bracket.
A tournament arc. Campaign tournament arc. Let's go. Let's have a tournament arc.
I'd
However,
rather not.
Never to do those shit again.
you have to plan
Well,
that thing.
we're-
You have to plan those things in advance and put up flyers. So if you want to get some competitors, you're gonna have to give me some time to generate them.
Okay,
between
okay,
games.
listen. The world is ending in 10 weeks, but like, what's best to do besides a tournament arc?
I would rather not.
Can we do a tournament arc after we destroy the darkest dungeon?
We'll do it after. Thank you.
No, before.
I don't want to hospitalize fucking people who could help us on our fucking quest.
You know how logic works. After a week, they'll be fine. Just don't sleep it off.
He's not wrong though.
I'm not wrong. They'll just take a long rest. Just give them a week. They'll be fine.
All right, He-Man. Nobody's fought here yet, or you haven't fought here yet. So you are a new competitor. The prize is 50 gold if you can win. Your opponent is a burly man, quite heavy, quite large. Not as big as you, but pretty large. He wears a decent amount of plate armor, and he's got himself a mace and a shield. So we're going to make 3 checks. 3 checks.
Where the hell is the table? Was this in Grit and Glory or was this in Xanathar's guide?
What, pit fighting? I
No,
think it's Xanathar's guide.
No, not pit fighting. Oh, here we go. Managing a business. Running a business. Okay.
Yeah, it's towards the back. Pit fighting. So the first check is a strength athletics. Let's see which of the 2 competitors is stronger. Your opponent. Ooh, he's got a 8.
Athletics 24.
No. This is just a. Oh no, you're right. It is athletics. I probably should have had more than that. Then it would have been a 9. But you still won by a long shot. You're way stronger than your opponent. But maybe he's faster. All right. So this is a dex check. He's got a 12. Not very good.
Is it Dex or Acrobatics or only Dex?
Dex acrobatics.
Okay.
How agile a fighter are you?
I don't think about using Grit and Glory to manage a business.
15.
15. That beats him again. Well, the last is a con check, and he only rolls like a 6 on that one. So you're probably going to beat him 3 out of 3. Victory is yours, and you claim your 50 gold prize.
Oh wow, I rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, you still beat him 2 out of 3.
Okay.
He had better conditioning. He had more cardio than you.
This makes me want to go into what I wanted to do, but I don't know if it's possible with the darkest dungeon coming like soon. I was trying to like raise my constitution stat, and like even if it cost me a different stat.
It's on
This is-
page 77. I think it's business operation.
77. Okay. Is this in Grid and Glory or Xanathar's?
Grid and Glory.
We are using Grid and Glory. Because the Grid and Glory rules are different than the rules we've got on the table.
Yeah, where did I get that table if that's not the same one?
You tell me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I-
Xanathar's Guide, maybe?
Like, so did he just have a tournament arc by himself?
It's an option.
It wasn't really a tournament. It was just singular combat.
How much did you win?
50 gold.
Yeah.
You know what? It's in the DMG.
Ah.
I
I
think,
wonder
I would
how-
like to be,
isn't there a note on here? What page it is? 129.
what, Ninja?
Should usually follow that with a question, dude.
I like to do a criminal activity.
Oh, really?
Leron just randomly says, like, in his manner, like, he wakes up in the middle of the night, oh, really? And then falls back asleep.
So roll a percentile die and add the number of days spent on this downtime activity, maximum of 30.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
You were actually on the adventure for a couple days, so you could add 5 to this roll, according to that. If you spend 5 days running your business personally, you can add 5 to that roll. And on a regular week where you don't spend a lot of time, you can add 6.
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Right, sorry. I thought you were still talking to Saya. Right, so if I'm devoting my downtime, I can add 7 to the roll.
Okay, so you spend 1 day out of the 7-day work week on your adventure normally. You spent 2 days this time because you did make camp. So that means you only have 5 days for your downtime activity here. So you can add +5 if you spend the entire downtime running your business.
I will not spend any of my downtime running the business. I believe in the luck of the dice, and now it's going to be shit, isn't it? Now it's going to be really shit because I just said that I believe in the luck of the dice.
Plus
gonna roll
5
that.
is not very much on a D100 roll, so I understand your choice.
Come on, Daddy needs a new mansion.
I buy some blood
Here
from
you go.
Arcus Quill.
Oh, that's bad.
He'll just give it to you for free if you want it.
Oh.
You must pay half the business's maintenance cost for each of the days.
He gives
Profits
you 2 pints of blood, so you've got 2 bottles full of blood.
Ninja, I'm gonna message you the criminal activity.
That's all he produces for the week, which means if somebody else like Osiris wanted to go collect some blood for free, he would not be able to. He'll have to buy it from you.
I don't understand this. You must pay half the business's maintenance costs for each of the days. Profits cover the other half. So nothing happens?
No, you just have to pay it.
Yeah, my profits say that it fills in the other half.
Thank you for
Yeah,
the blood drinking.
I think what they're saying is you have to pay at least half of the cost, no matter what. And then hopefully your profits will exceed that.
But what are my profits?
They're trying to say that you
What'd you
did
roll? You rolled a
have
31. You didn't
profits.
make profits.
You had a profit ratio of -50%. So you have to make up the other 50% of your business
Out of
expenses
pocket.
out of pocket. Your revenues were not great enough to create a profit.
You did not break even.
So you need to pay 13.5 gold. Or 13.25 gold.
God damn it.
So Ninja, I've got Zalder's plan down if you're ready.
Sure.
I've
So
come to a
that,
conclusion. Businesses are shit. I mean, is there anything I can add to these D100 to these roles? I mean, if I work for a whole 90 days, doesn't that mean that I get a massive increase?
I think they capped it at 7, right? You can only do a solid work week. You can't do more than that.
Since I get the cleanse and curse now, does these blood vials, do they heal me for 2d4 or 1d4?
Do you have the Crimson Curse?
Yes.
Darkest Dungeon, RPG, DM Notes tab, Crimson Curse. It's on line 185. You have 2 blood flasks. A pint, such as that contained within a flask, is considered a healthy amount, enough to do 2d4 plus 2 points of healing for a vampire.
Nice.
So it's equivalent to a healing potion for a vampire.
One of them. I grabbed 2 of them today.
And it'll also end your craving, so once a week you need to drink 1 of these vials, otherwise you start to starve.
I can get to see the bodies if I'm well.
Obviously.
No one will suspect a thing because they know that's normal.
Wait, what's normal?
Eating bodies. I'm the only one that eat them.
So people just know you're a werewolf around town and do nothing about it?
Yes.
I don't think that's correct. Nobody in town has seen you transform. The adventurers know. So far, Mad
Yes.
God hasn't ratted you out to the church yet.
I'm getting to it. Can you
I'm getting.
Hold up.
Another character running out to the church.
would that count as
Not
a
right.
religious service downtown activity, ratting him out to the church?
Running out. Zolder does it, beats way around to the punch.
It is a pure RP interaction.
Yeah, I don't get anything for ratting out people who are literal abominations. That's so unfair.
What?
Even
Yeah. Well, none of them have been caught. They all run away.
Did
But-
you
well,
ask
Eduardo-
for anything?
Yeah, give me a staff of power, Bishop.
So wait,
Well,
are you
yeah.
saying that you have now gone to the bishop, you have told him about a werewolf in town, and demanded a staff of power?
Well, no, I was referencing Eduardo. You said that I didn't ask for anything for ratting him out.
But he didn't get caught.
That was weeks ago, dude. It's far too late now. You can't sit alone in your room
Oh,
saying,
that's
I would have asked for a staff of power.
Oh, that's not fair. Well, can't I just say, let me think about it?
Yeah, it's
I've
too
done
late
nothing
now.
wrong.
I mean, you could say you owe me because of that time I ratted somebody out, but who knows how effective that'll be.
I'll say that then. You owe me for that time that I ratted someone out. I am doing the grace of gods. I put my religion before my relationship with my party, which is strong, and I care about my party members.
That's all the time he thought about killing Osiris for no reason.
Well, I just don't stop you from killing yourself.
There was that one time I called Great Rot and you literally thought about burning me alive.
I'm just saying that was a method of. Well, I had to. That was a method
You
of.
literally knew
safeguarding.
less restoration.
Yeah.
I think you're just proving my point more here, Mad Guy.
That's just details. My main concern was to stop. My main concern was to make sure that the plague you had wouldn't carry over to the rest of the hamlet, and me incinerating and killing you so that it wouldn't spread would have achieved that. Granted,
Lesser restoration would have achieved it better.
Yeah,
know that for
you're
sure.
forgetting
We do. It literally cured the Crimson Curse.
Do we know that for certain, though? I mean, do we?
It's something.
All right.
Wait, you
Do we
you
really-
on the Queen Kiss?
So
If you want, Ninja, if you want me to rat out the werewolf, I definitely will.
All right. I don't hear you specifically saying you're doing a thing. You're just saying a lot of what ifs and maybes. So I'm just gonna move on to Zolder. Zolder, what do you do during your downtime?
All right. So just throughout the week in the evenings, I'm gonna finish copying those spells into my spell book, which is gonna take about 12 hours of just kind of semi downtime and 900 gold.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 2 days? So 3 days and 250 GP to do Scribe a Scroll Invisibility.
Okay.
And I realized that I did a slight oopsie with the training and might need to retcon if you'll allow me. So I thought training was just a flat 10 weeks, but it's 10 weeks minus a number of weeks equal to my intelligence modifier.
All right. So you train
So
faster.
Right. So I trained faster. So I already have herbalism.
Okay.
And I have 1.5 weeks basically of overtrained. And I was basically going to ask, because my next plan was to start training thieves' tools since we don't actually have a rogue.
Great. All right. Sure.
So I was hoping to apply that 1.5 I've got left to thieves' tools. And I was going to finish up my week, finishing up that other half a week. So I've got
All right,
2
all right.
weeks
Well,
to get thieves' tools.
So there's one problem with that. You don't know any thieves.
Hey,
So if you
Fair
can
enough.
find a trainer, then you can do that.
okay. And what would I need to do to find a trainer?
Good question. What do you want to do to find a trainer?
Let's see. I'm going to ask at the guild house. I will say, we've been running into awful lot of locked chests lately. Would you happen to know anybody with rather nimble fingers who could teach me a thing or two about circumventing security measures?
Well, the guild master Lando, he thinks about it for a second, and he turns and he says, "Hey, Sonia, who do you think would know something about this sort of business? I'm only good with axes and shields. You know more about this." And Sonia says, "What about Gotti? Yeah, Gotti." So they'll get you in contact with a
No.
tiny little antiquarian. This tiny little antiquarian, very humble, small individual asks how they can help.
He-Man, stop him! Stop him from going on this tangent. We
So
cannot
random-
have Gotti go back, please.
Hi, Gotti. My name is
Wait, what?
Zalder. We've been just running into an awful lot of locked doors and chests on our adventures, and I'm hoping to be able to help our party out with that. I was wondering, I've heard of certain cunning individuals having the ability to circumvent these security measures, and wondered if you could teach me.
All right. Gotti is going to explain that he's more of a.
What is a she?
I always thought Gotti was a dude.
No, she's still a girl.
She's the GM, bro.
All right, whatever. She will refer you to somebody else. She says she's retired, but she has a friend.
She's gonna show you She's gonna show you her vaginas.
Wait, what now?
What?
That's a Family Guy reference.
Yeah.
Hey Peter, do you want to see my vaginas? I don't know.
So
What is it?
Gotti will introduce you to a fellow by the name of Dismas, who is fairly low key and doesn't like to talk to folks.
Dismas.
Uh,
I heard that name.
Same introduction / speech, unless you really want me to RP it again the third time.
Yeah. Well, Dismas says, for a price, I'll teach you.
All right.
Was this the
Whoa,
same
whoa,
like headless Dismas?
Wasn't Dismas one of Diamond's characters?
Probably, yeah. It
This
was
is
somebody's
his brother.
character, but it's
This is
also
his
a
brother.
It was a
standard
female
Darkest Dungeon character.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure we can work something out.
Okay, well, his hand is out, and he's looking at it, and there's no gold in his hand.
Pull out 100 gold.
That's fair. All right, I'll teach you.
Sounds good.
For 100, how much do you own? Like, how
Well,
much?
it's 25 a week, so I'll be paying him on an ongoing basis. This I think was just to start the relationship, if I read that correctly. Yes.
Sure. 100 gold was enough to convince him to train you. And that'll pay for, like you said, 4 weeks.
Perfect. Well, I'm halfway there then. So that's it. Spent a bunch of money on magic stuff and.
But it's
slowly
not,
training.
because during the week when you're taking a meal, you are approached by 2 men.
Oh no.
You are
Did they
approached,
offer?
Oh,
Hey,
Is
you are
it Chinga?
approached by Fenfanadan the Cynic and his compatriot Delapados the Keen.
Oh god, it's Chingus.
hail and well met, gentlemen.
They're going to come up to you and they're going to say, you and your allies have ventured deep into these dungeons here.
I
We
can
would
neither
very
confirm
much
nor
like
deny that.
to venture into the darkest dungeon itself. However, there are only the 2 of us, and we are not fighters. Therefore, we propose that we hire you to guard us as we go into the darkest dungeon.
And what are your intentions in the dungeon?
Research, my friend, research! I will find the inner workings of the cosmos and the powers of the universe in this darkest dungeon, where the laws of science and man are bent to the will of strange, unknown beings from the stars.
wait, Psycho Frog, think about it. If we take him in there with us, free distractions.
Hold on. And well, two follow-up questions before I present this to my team. One, what kind of remuneration are we talking about? And 2, I understand you do need bodyguards, but do you have any skills in the event that, things would go awry?
We are both skilled occultists. We feel that we have the ability to damage otherworldly forces with our magics, so we feel confident that we can handle the darkest dungeon. However, we have heard there are strong monsters, and as we are not fighters, we cannot defeat the physical enemies that might stand in our way.
And remuneration?
Oh, I have 1,000 gold. How about you, Delapados? I have this gem worth a similar amount.
Type of
Pulls out
gem
a
is it?
fat diamond worth 1,000 gold.
Okay. Well, let me speak with my compatriots and stick around.
Sounds
We'll
like a
talk.
good- Sounds good. Like, we
2,000
can find-
gold to play bodyguard in the darkest dungeon.
we can also
What if
find-
can we just take it?
One at a time, please.
Quick question, Ninja. Does stress relief take downtime as well, or is that just something that you can do?
I think I said that you could just do a stress relief activity and it's fine.
All right. How much is getting drunk?
Now,
In
the
terms of
problem
stress
is,
relief and
because of the miserable dark, all stress relief activities will be half as effective.
Okay. Well, what are my options here in the tavern then? Since this is where I live.
All right. You go to the tavern, so you can go to the bar, you can go to the gambling hall, or you can go to the brothel. The bar will cost you 1,000 gold. It'll do 28 stress. The gambling
Is
hall.
that after the
Yeah,
modification?
I did the math.
Okay. Well, I've only got 26, so that sounds good.
Okay, yeah, that's all you need then. 1,000 gold for drinking at the tavern.
Okay. Cool. So I'll send a note out to the other party members to join me for an evening at the bar.
Which
I have
bar?
much to discuss. The main tavern, not that off-brand shit.
Brand.
According to this, you get so into your drinks that it's going to give you double vision for the next adventure. It's temporary, but
Oh.
it does give you -2 to hit.
I don't
Oh,
drink.
for fuck's sake.
Combat. I'm not gonna drink anything though. I'll listen to what he says.
I literally drink eyeballs. My normal drink.
Delicious.
Yes.
I guess I drink wine. I guess.
So wait a minute. What's Rigoril doing?
He'll be there for them, but he's not gonna drink anything.
But Ninja, what about my criminal activity?
What about your criminal activity? All right. So I'm gonna need you to make some rolls.
Okay, what's that?
Crime. All right. I'm gonna need you to make a stealth check to see how stealthy you are when you go sneak it around.
Hmm.
You just hear him jamming the keys of the keyboard. Don't you?
Oh, the message didn't.
Ninja, can I finally get rid of the worries?
The worries. I mean,
Still
if
have
you
it.
go to the thing and pay to get rid of it, yeah.
How much?
All right. So you go to Nurse Ratchet and you say, "Nurse Ratchet, I'm so worried." And she says, "Oh, I can help you with that." And she puts you in the padded cell. She gives you an injection.
13.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yo, Gabba Gabba.
Sanitarium treatment costs 1,500 for a regular quirk or 5,000 for a locked quirk.
How much for a non-locked quirk?
1,500 gold.
Yeah, 1,500 it is then. How many days did that take?
I think it takes the whole week.
Alright, okay.
Wait, was Rome even around during the 18th century?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure.
Really? I thought Rome fell like during.
Well, Rome as a country still exists today. Well, not like the Roman Empire, but like
It's
Italy.
called Italy.
Italy still exists.
Oh, Italy. Okay.
It's still a thing.
And there's still a town in Italy called Rome. Okay. So,
That's my downtime.
that's your downtime. You remove the worries.
Finally. No more worries.
Has Alder talked to the rest of the party about the potential mission?
Well, I'm waiting for them to come and join me at the bar.
I
They're taking a
comment,
while, so I'm
if it's
pretty deep
physical
into my
things
cups
you
at this
need
point.
Killing, I am your man.
I'm still trying to commit sneaky robbery sneak.
They're gonna
Murderous.
look up and up and up and up and up, and they look up at He-Man and they say, "Yes, good. That's what we wanted."
How short are
These
these
guys,
people?
these guys here, they want to pay us to go into that darkest dungeon. They want to pay us good money too.
You got some good pay.
Yeah, money. Anyways,
No.
apparently they know some magic, so that's cool.
Alright,
They're
hang
also
on.
free distractions.
Mm.
Get our damn figurines in here. Also need some rescaling. Because we're way too fucking tall. That failed. Yeah, for example, me and Long are the same size. Why?
Hmm.
Oh yeah, you took your ring off because you couldn't be in the cut in the thing like that.
Why are there two giant He-Mans in here? What?
There isn't. There's
Because
only one.
He-Man learned mirror image.
There's two of you guys. There's two of you. Which
No,
one
there
of you is
isn't.
real?
What are you talking about? This one's me. This one's He-Man.
There's two Leyrons too.
No, there isn't.
Whoa.
What are you talking about?
Which one are you? You're both talking at the
super
same time.
drunk.
Oh, for God's sake!
double
I thought
vision.
that was in the. I thought that was real.
Oh, wow. This is fucked up, man. So I can't see so good, apparently. But these four guys over here, they won't pay us to go in the darkest dungeon. I
mean,
point to the two occultists in the corner.
Yes. Dilapidos the Keen steps forward and he says, "Fine adventurers, we have heard tale of your exploits and your bravery and your power in combat. We feel that if we join forces, we can cleanse the land of this foul evil and claim for ourselves what dark powers emanate from within the ruins."
Oops. What do you mean by foul? What do you mean by foul power?
I mean, all the magic. Don't you feel it? The power.
Oh, of course I do.
I don't think we want to bring these guys with us.
But tell me,
Because
what
no.
kind of affinity of this magic do you prioritize?
They're wizards. They're interested in finding new sources of magic power to make themselves more powerful.
So why do they want to end the magic? I tell them, you do realize that all magic is going to disappear when we finally deal with what's in that dungeon, right?
I disagree. This magic is here to stay, to last forever, 1,000 years.
Why? That dungeon is the thing that churns up all that magic and pumps it out into the air for us to use anyway.
We merely need to harvest it for its power rather than destroy the source of its power.
Ah, and then we get to the root of it. You want the source of whatever power resides within that castle on the hill for yourselves.
I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think we should try this. I have a really bad feeling.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to have that magical power for myself.
But I have a really bad feeling about these two.
What, just because they're from Resident Evil?
I'm gonna lean over to Zolder and say, tell me, how did we meet these guys again? Or how did you meet these people again?
Oh, they
Are you pissed?
what?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Fanfanadan the Cynic says, "We've been here for a couple weeks. We've been training at the guild hall. We've learned much, but to really achieve our full potential, we need to venture into the darkest dungeon itself and claim for ourselves that which is in it."
Oh, pardon. It's whispers, they like tentacles too much.
Occultist. Yo.
What the hell was that? I'm going to say to them, pardon my... What's the word? Pardon my intrusiveness, but I don't exactly have a good understanding of your motives. Tell me, would you be... what's the word? Would you be willing to take a simple test to see whether or not you... what you say is true?
Such as?
Oh, it's rather simple. I will just cast a spell around you, and determined by and depending on what you say, we will be able to distinguish whether what you say are lies or untruth, so to speak.
Do whatever you want.
Okay. Give me a second. Okay, Zone of Truth is on my spell list, but I do not have it prepared. Can I ask them to meet me in the same tavern tomorrow when I have that spell prepared?
Yeah, they're going to be here all week.
What the hell is that masturbating sound? Coming from Sia.
I'm clapping my hands together.
Really?
Yes, believe it or not, yes. It's more like my fingernails because I'm just passing time because I don't have anything in my hand, so I'm just slapping my 2 fingernails. Well,
Muted
or
when
4 of
you
them in
should
my hand.
not be, not muted when you should be.
In a nutshell.
It doesn't sound like that.
Right. Am I able to have them meet in the same area? Meet them in my mansion tomorrow.
I mean, they're staying at the inn, so they're just gonna be here tomorrow.
All right, then we'll go to that tomorrow. We'll meet outside the mansion. We'll meet outside the inn tomorrow. Tomorrow arrives, or does it?
We're going to Darkest Dungeon tomorrow?
Fantastic. I tell them to. We meet outside the inn. Go outside. Say behind the inn. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth on the ground, and I say to them, "If you'd be so kind, would you please step here for a brief instance?"
Get on with it. Answer or ask your questions.
What are you going to do once you're in the Darkest Dungeon?
I'm gonna claim its power, like we said, idiot.
More of that language, and I'll blow your heads off before you can even step foot near that damn castle.
More
Now.
murder.
Now we'll try again. What are you going to do to the power once you find it?
Claim it for ourselves. Do we have to repeat ourselves 10 times?
What are your motives?
To be powerful.
Yes, but what? Oh my god, I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall. What are you going to do once you're powerful?
Are you daft? Be powerful.
I'm the one asking the questions here.
What are your damn motives other than to just be powerful?
To be powerful wizard. What more is there in life than to be a powerful wizard?
God damn it, I want to figure out whether or not you're evil or not. Are you evil? Do most people see you as bad?
Just ask if they're evil.
Of course not.
Did they pass like the wisdom save or something?
Nah, I think it's like a flat, they have to tell the truth.
Nobody
Hang on.
thinks that they're evil.
You create a 15-foot radius area where creatures can only speak the truth. Creatures within this area make a charisma saving throw. On a failure, they cannot willingly tell a lie. However, you know whether each creature in the area succeeds or fails its save. So, my question is, are they succeeding on these saves or failing?
They both made their save.
So they've both made their save, so they could still be lying. And
That's the second Zone of Truth.
Clue. On a failure, they cannot willingly take a lie. You know whether or not they've. Creatures in the area also know they are under the effect of the spell and thus refuse to answer a question they would normally lie in response to. So wait a second. Zone of Truth doesn't even mean they have to tell the truth. If I just know whether or not they succeed or fail a saving throw.
Well, last time we did this, I definitely lied to you, and you could tell that they were lying.
That was suggestion. This is Zone of Truth.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Zone of Truth that time, too.
No, it was suggestion. I didn't have Zone of Truth prepared.
Mm.
I told them to tell me the truth.
Well, anyway,
Difference
yes,
is Zone
they
of
can
Truth
lie to
effect.
you, but you would know.
So they can lie to me. I have no idea if they're lying.
However, because you know that they made their save, you know that they could beat it anyway.
Right.
So there's no
I
way
say to them, okay, I'm going to say to my companions, I know for a fact that they're using their sheer force of will to beat the spell. I say to them, listen, listen, the two of you must willingly, I can't say willingly save your saving throws because that's D&D logic. The two of you must willingly allow the spell to take a hold of you, ability-wise. If you catch my drift, you must let the grace of God's the inner light, the beacon of truth of God Himself into your hearts, in order for us to trust you and for the spell to be prepared. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, Aaron breaking up God.
Damn right.
Finfanadan the Cynic is going to tug at Dilapidos' sleeve and say, "This one will never listen. He's beyond trust." Ah, yes, you are correct. Perhaps we should find better adventurers to go on our mission.
I shout
It's a
out.
shame. We wasted so much time with this lot. Yes, that is shameful.
Oh my
Mm.
god.
I find any better adventurous than us.
I shout out to them
Getting
before they leave. If the two of you make any efforts to get to that Darkest Dungeon, I will blow off both of your heads.
There goes our money.
Yeah, exactly.
Ninja,
I guess
what about
that's exactly what happened.
What about the criminal activity? Like,
Okay. Did you roll that stealth check I asked for like 20 minutes ago? You did.
yes, I had a 13 on it.
All right. Gregory McGregor catches you. His dog barks at you and says, "What the hell are you doing? Get down from there."
Fucking hell, the dog can talk.
The dog just talks.
Greggy,
Martha speaks to say.
And obviously, it's the man speaking and the dog is barking.
At the same time, like, so it looks like they're synced up.
So you got busted.
I say, can I try to persuade him that he didn't see anything?
No.
Damn it.
He's given you a sharp command to get the fuck away from the bank.
Okay.
You trying to steal my money, man?
No, I'm not. I'm going to the place next to the bank. What's next to the bank, Lightning? I mean, Ninja.
Nothing.
No, I'm just trying to dig a legal hole.
I was just standing in this open field next to the ocean.
Yeah, I was just trying to dig a really deep hole to unearth the darkest dungeon, you know, the deeper layers, you know? Like, I was going to illegally dig it.
Yeah, I'll say you're digging yourself a deep hole.
I have no intention of stealing He-Man's money whatsoever. No, not at all.
He-Man just kills you.
He-Man just, I come back, I like He-Man has a strong urge.
Party money.
Sorry.
Put my electric stone.
You like physically remove it off one to put it on the other, like, so, okay, now it's time.
Thunder and lightning.
It's like the longest wind up known to man. Like
So I still do want you to roll the persuasion check just to see how good your persuasion is, but I'll tell you, it's not going to work.
what was in that?
30.
It's an 8 anyway. So.
Right. That's what I thought. So yeah, he's going to stand guard at the windows to the bank so that you can't get in.
What if it was in that 20?
If you were persuasive enough, he would not think that you were like he might be persuaded to believe that you were just walking by. But
Yeah.
with an 8, he's not convinced that you're not trying to rob the bank.
You clearly have a pickaxe in a big bag.
Can I knock him out? Can I punch him?
Well, I mean, his dog is barking and he's shouting at you, and there's people looking and coming this way.
Oh, come on.
Unless
Well, anyway, I'll run the other way.
All right, you take off running. You are now a wanted criminal.
Hey, let's go.
we have to kill you.
Mad God, Leiron Lifegiver, Gregory McGregor, the rat catcher and town guard, rushes in a huff and he says, "Theft! Criminality! A burglar has attempted to rob the bank and he ran away when I caught him in the act red-handed."
Leiron stands up and says, "The bank? The bank?"
Raise the alarm, raise the town cry.
I fly out of my chair and I fly straight through the open door and I look for this fucker.
Literal vampires at sleep. A party member tries to rob the bank. Everyone's like having this like radio moment, like equipping themselves for war.
Tell him.
Not the bank.
Like the picture.
Did you catch who it was? Did you see who it was?
It took a moment for Gregory to run over here and explain the situation, so by the time you get out and look for him, he's probably found himself a hiding spot.
Pitchfork, like the village has pitchforks and torches.
You make an check to find a hiding spot.
Take a stealth check to find a spot.
I'm gonna
Wait,
have.
Did he describe to us who he saw that was trying to rob the bank, or he just says a person?
It was a person wearing a gray trench coat and carrying a spear.
Ah,
Oh wait, we know.
could
who
he
that
do
is.
that to us? I recognize him.
He had a
I don't
funny
know
hat with a feather on.
Hey, my hat is cool.
Am I gonna be able to find him or not?
Well, I don't know. Where did Osiris run away to hide?
He went to the ball.
No, I don't just go to the bar like nothing happened.
Where do you go? Do you run into the woods?
He said he went to the bar with us.
Don't go.
Well, the nearest bar,
Walk into the bar like, hey guys.
the nearest bar is Rikaril's bar, so you're at Rikaril's bar.
I didn't go into the bar.
All right. Where do you go? What do you do? This is important.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
Yeah, an answer would be nice.
Hmm.
Who could have foreseen that robbing a bank could go so wrong?
On the first roll, might I add.
Yeah, 13 stealth is not going to cut it when you walk up to a bank in the middle of an open field.
I didn't know it was the middle of open field. I messaged you like, hey, what does the bank look like? And you never responded. You just said looking.
The bank looks like this right here on the board.
It's in town. What do you think? It's like covered with trees and shit.
Looking at the image, so like the front is wide open and easy to guard from almost anywhere in town, and the only entrance is this little window up here on the second floor. So you would have had to try to climb up into that window to get into the bank to steal anything. And that's what you were seeing from a distance.
Yeah, I go and what's hiding places are available.
So usually when somebody is a wanted criminal, they either dash towards the wilderness, head towards the graveyard, or head towards one of the dungeon areas. A lot of Thieves Guild people hang out in the Cove. The old Thieves Guild is out there in the Cove area. So people would travel like
Is it
so.
still there?
So if you follow the coastline and you head to the Cove, you could head to the old Thieves Guild out there.
Wait, is it still there?
Yeah.
The Thieves Guild?
It's
Oh, yeah, I
abandoned.
wanna-
It's abandoned, but it is still there.
Oh, yeah, I want to go there.
So think of it as sort of like a little fishing village that's on the edge of the town over there.
Hmm.
When Mad God sees him, can like if he flies in the air, will he see him running?
You really want
Right
to
now,
kill me, don't you? Jesus.
Right now, I've got me flying around and Scooby also scouting.
All right. Well, if you're headed along the coastline, there's not a lot of hiding spots. You'll have to go through the farmstead area a little bit. Roll another stealth. Let's see how good you cover your trail.
Yeah, one.
Check. So.
I mean, it's a pretty fucking good deterrent. What happens if I
Well,
run
left
back
hand.
there after you?
All right. So Leiron, flying in the air, scans the surrounding area for the wanted criminal. Roll that perception check.
Can I hire, like, Egwene, the survivalist, to track as well?
You
Probably.
What did he do? He attempted to rob a bank, kill him and murder him.
Damn right, that bank is fucking protected by everyone.
However, it's
Including
going to take you some time to head into the woods and find Egwene and set that up. You got a
All right,
person
roll
on the run right now. The trail could go cold.
I'll roll a perception check. This one and this. 23.
Oh, you got spotted. So in the distance, running along the coastline, you see your ally Osiris.
I knew it. Ever since he entered my mansion, I had a feeling there was something wrong with him.
Really? He did?
Well, yeah. He barged in uninterrupted into my fucking house.
Lara, do you relay any of this?
Well, how can I possibly relay any of this?
Also,
no,
a
you're
bunch of
not.
people in town are
You're
shocked
in
that you're
the
flying
airspace.
around.
They know I can fly. Haven't I done it before?
Do you quite which direction he's in?
Several people believe you are practicing witchcraft now.
I am
We
literally.
all know he's divine.
Yeah, I'm
He's
literally.
practicing witchcraft.
I mean, they can believe whatever they want. I have the bishop on my side and the proof of holy magic.
You,
I can't wait to
as
everything
far
is
as I
like-
know, you have not openly done any obvious, blatant magic in town. This is the first really big thing that I can think of, and it's freaking people out.
Pastor Blast just transforms into a werewolf midtown to run after me. It's like, wait, what's going on?
I mean, Dante literally sells magic gems.
The Augment Gem Dealer sells gems that
kind
have
of
been plucked from the darkest dungeon. That have evil power from the darkest dungeon. Yeah.
Ah, you got to pull that card, eh? You got to. All right then. I'm sure. I am 900% sure I can convince the rest of them that it's holy magic. Anyway, by the grace of God, I can fly. Also, some dead bird wings, but I can fly.
I'm just trying to get across that the average peasant is not smart enough to know like the intricacies of like why you can fly. They will just assume you're a witch.
By the grace of God.
So
I mean, it can't automatically be. I mean, if they believe in God, then they have. If they believe in witchcraft, then they have to believe in some kind of deity. I mean, hell, there was a fucking group earlier that had Tyr.
well, this is England. They believe in Christ.
Well,
And,
yeah,
and
exactly.
they believe in burning witches because it's during the Black Death when burning witches was pretty common.
Remind me to walk on water for them next time.
Right. I mean, if your displays of magic look like miracles, then people will think you're holy. But if your display of magic is that you're flying around blowing people's heads off with magic missiles and eldritch blasts, they will assume you are a witch.
It's the wrath of God. What can I say? I don't decide which form it takes.
See, they don't know the details. Like the alarm is being raised, but so far McGregor has only told a few people. So if they
Should've
see
told more.
if they see you flying around killing people, they will think badly.
Well, I'm not killing anyone yet.
We're
Until
not robbing the bank could go so wrong. Oh no.
regardless, What?
Did you point out which direction he was after you spotted?
Well, now that I think about it, as I'm flying through the air chasing him, I think to myself, what would be the biggest advantage here? Killing him or relaying to the party that he's a thief? I'm probably going to do the latter, and I'm going to fly back to the party, land in front of the tavern.
Alright.
I'm going to tell them
I start
it was
dashing
a
80
Just go out of your
and then I jump into the water and start
oh
swimming.
my god. Can I follow him in parallel flying?
You're putting a lot of effort.
Cloak of the Mana, you're gonna be able to outpace him easily.
Wow. Do not rob the bank next time. Maybe we won't kill you.
I'm gonna try it again eventually. Don't act like I won't.
So it's me and He-Man. What the hell is my figurine? Oh, here it is.
Alright. The chase is on.
I can just imagine I'm just running, and while I'm running, I just see He-Man next to me, but he just keeps running.
Okay, so Osiris, you are quickly being run down by other members of your party. What do you do?
Are you coming, Zolder? Or are you too shit-faced?
Huh?
Definitely.
Zolder, are you? Come on! Someone tried to rob the bank. I mean, that is against the law. You're neutral good.
Yeah,
That's
that's not cool, man. Yeah, but this is the reason I don't trust banks. They get
Because
robbed.
people try to rob them.
Yes, yes. Anybody can just walk in and take my money.
Well, it does require 3 DC 20 checks, so most people are not going to succeed.
Oh boy.
But they could do it.
It's possible.
Right.
Pretty sure it's more likely somebody can walk up and
So
pickpocket you.
who are we
instead.
trying to catch? I
Siren,
passed
he's
stumbling
right there.
on behind.
Why do you see if I can catch up to him as well?
All right.
Can-
Yeah, you
can
were
I
nearby,
catch up
so
to him?
if you were, you'd hear the alarm first since your bar is so close to the bank.
Yeah.
Every single person is just the entire camp.
Yep, we're all dashing.
I just attempted to rob the bank. It wasn't even that bad.
You done wrong.
They didn't chase you down when you ate a vampire corpse, but they'll chase you down when you try to rob the bank.
But I didn't.
Hey, I used to be a vampire. I can understand that. Stealing from your party members, though, that's a no-no.
Oh, definitely. No,
It's a
definitely.
bank. It's meant to be robbed. What else is it useful for?
Storing money in it.
That was me.
Just keep it like a bag of holding or something. Why are you trying to think?
We don't have a bag of holes.
Just yes,
Yeah,
you do.
rewind quickly.
Nah, it's
Because
fine.
we get 5%.
No, I fucked up the map. Rewind.
Nah, it's fine.
We get 5%
Nothing got really
money.
damaged. It's okay.
We get money for having money in the bank.
You get money for having money in the bank.
You do.
Yeah, that's what banks do. They give you interest
Yes, interest.
They give you interest.
Yeah, 5%.
per week.
Oh god, now what are you doing?
Just changing the height a little bit so that it hides the bases of all the buildings in town.
Just press undo.
I want to try to hide somewhere again. Where can I hide?
Undoing is far worse than just fixing the rotation of the map and adjusting it a little bit. It didn't go anywhere. It had too many things pinning it down, so it was just a tiny fix it needed.
But where can I hide?
So essentially, I'm moving twice as fast as Osiris. Should I be able to catch up to him before he gets to the cove?
Okay,
You
so
know,
Osiris,
dash
you are
3
being outpaced. They're faster than you are. So you're going to have to, I don't know, escape into the farmstead maybe if you want to go hide there somewhere.
Isn't that my lands?
That is your land.
Don't you dare.
If you stay on the coast, they're going to be able to see you, and He-Man will catch you with his manta cloak. So if you go west into the farmstead, then you might be able to find a hiding spot there.
Yes, I'm gonna go west to the farmstead now.
So roll another stealth. Let's see how good your evasion is.
Every single stealth check has been read.
This one's gonna be a nat one. Watch it.
Not everything's gonna be a that one.
How's that stealth?
Not 20.
Okay,
Oh,
so he goes off into the
Guys,
farmstead where he has an easier time hiding. So if you guys are searching for him, you're gonna have to fly around in a search pattern and roll a perception check.
Hang on, I just long cooked out.
Would if he's in the farmstead, would my helmet grant any advantage or something? Not advantage, but
Nah, it's not foggy now.
yeah, but you know, if he's in like tall reeds, wouldn't that have the same kind of effect as fog? It's all just
Actually, since I'm aware,
it's all just mats in front of mats.
I'd assume he's looking for total cover and not just concealment.
can I track him? Since I'm aware,
Unless you're a ranger, you can't track.
I'll kill you.
So Zolda, you are
If
you
the
are help-
farmstead's in the opposite direction of the cove while he's running, will he just like run into us?
Yeah, he'll be running towards us.
So Farmstead is west of town. He's running that way, and then he
Right.
stopped running that way and started running this way. Whereas you
So
guys
we
were
were
coming from
already
here.
like chasing him on the way. Oh, we're over
You guys were
here.
going around the coastline over towards the bank, and then from the bank down the coastline towards the cove. He was already running from the bank towards the cove when he diverted from here in that direction towards the.
I jumped in the water and like spam dashed at him.
The angles are weird, but it is a 90-degree angle away from you.
Like He-Man before this was like so relaxed, but like you got like the most serious expression known to man on his face now.
My
Like he's
money!
like breathing all in the water.
He-Man's money.
He's like heavily breathing, like doing 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, I've got a 90-foot speed. I don't know what everyone else has. I don't think it
You
really
also
matters.
have a cloak of the mana ray if you wanted. You could swim
Yes.
120 feet.
Yeah, I can do that. 100. No, it would be 108. No, what's 60 times 3? 8.
Wait,
Yeah,
are you like using haste or something on you?
I could use Expeditious Retreat, so I could bonus action dash and normal dash if I wanted to.
Yeah, then you could go 180 feet.
Actually, no, it would be an extra 60, so it would be 60 on top of 6. Yeah, 60 on top of 60, so 120. I could move 120 feet around.
Yes, which is why you were catching up and overtaking him until he diverted into the farmstead.
Right, so he's in the farmstead, and what do you want from us? Perception checks?
Yeah, I doubt you're going to beat his 23, but if one of you can find him, good luck.
Can I make
I
2?
believe so.
One for the bird.
Yeah, your familiar can make one. Recurl can make one. He-Man can make one. Everybody's looking.
You guys are very dead set on killing Osiris.
Okay, so Leiron's got a 23.
Oh, wow. Leiron found you. Your hiding spot wasn't good enough. So, unfortunately, Osiris, you've been captured and cornered.
Golly.
Dun dun dun.
Bound by the stake.
Your other party members angrily surround you and say, "How dare you try to rob us?"
Hang on, let me just put this right on the map. Okay, so let's have. Da, 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 da.
So how are you going to talk your way out of this one?
I didn't know it was your money. I was just trying to rob the bank.
Boy, that's going to be a low insight check.
I'm gonna quickly close in on you.
That's about right. Just He-Man towering over him.
I say so. That's how that vampire must have felt, huh?
No, that was a very
We
low
still
insight.
down, by the way.
I'll roll insight.
Wouldn't that be persuasion or deception?
I
Or
mean, if you're trying to persuade them.
No, it would be deception. Well, if you know,
well,
if you actually knew that it was, if you know that it was, you got a phone call.
wait, hold up. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay, so that's on pause.
This could have gone better.
Yep.
You know, usually when you do
Sacrifice
crimes,
power.
you start with like, robbing a few peasants here and there, maybe move up to a shopkeeper, but you go right for the bank. You go for like the hardest one.
Is he even statted like a rogue?
Nope.
Nope.
Right. So, question is, do you know whether or not it was He-Man and He-Man's gold in that bank or not?
Well, I IRL did know, but Osiris didn't.
Your character did. Right. In that
No,
case,
he didn't. He didn't.
you didn't. Okay, persuasion then.
Honest, I had
12.
no idea it was your money.
It was a 12. You guys don't believe me?
Got a modifier.
guessing.
Well, insight is figuring out whether or not you lied. So, I say to He-Man, he was telling the truth. He didn't know it was your money.
But it's still illegal.
Still the bank.
He told me I have to be given a fair trial.
Hang on,
Illegal,
should we
you
get
say? The hammer quivers.
Oh wow! I forgot about that. Oh my God.
started?
It was really bad.
I say
Bring the steak.
I say to my colleagues, well, actually, I say to Osiris, well, normally we would give you a trial. However, you ran. You ran away, didn't you?
That's true.
That's like an admission
You're
of guilt.
already guilty.
Yes, but I was just getting exercise.
Do
Now
I even
that-
have to make an
Now that
insight
would be
check?
a deception check.
That would be a deception.
Go on, roll deception. Everyone else, roll insight.
Come on.
You got a 15.
Natural 20. Natural 24.
Oh, someone else got a natural 20. Damn it, Zolda, roll insight now. The girl got a 5. That's not good.
I can't tell which one of them's the criminal. They both look the same, he says, right?
A natural 20.
This is such a...
I was going for a jaw.
Zolda, roll. Psycho Frog, are you there?
What?
Would he have disadvantage because he's drunk too?
Ooh, you
Is
guys
he
talking
even there?
about-
Actually, is he even there?
Wait. I'm Zone of True.
Now, that was a while ago.
Well, I already told you this, so it'll be too late to cast Zone of Truth,
I could cast it again,
and I could just refuse to answer because I already gave you my.
but if you refuse to let the spell take hold of you, then that's an admission of guilt.
No, I can let the spell take hold of me, but I can just not answer the question. If I answer the question, it has to be truthful.
You could not answer the question, but if you didn't answer the question, then we'd know that you wouldn't want to answer it because it wouldn't be the truth.
Yes, but if I phrase it a specific way, then
That's dead.
How would you phrase it?
Yeah, how would you
I'm not gonna
phrase it?
tell you that.
Then we're just gonna assume you're lying. I mean, we had there was an eye account witness.
Yeah, it's a Father Gregory.
No. Gregory McGregor, the
Gregory
rat
McGregor.
catcher.
Greg's right, son.
Wait, which one is Gregory McGregor?
Gregory McGregor is the rat catcher. You're thinking of Father
he's the
Gregory the
town watch.
Gregorian monk.
Gregory McGregor is the town watch.
How old
rat
is he?
catcher
Yeah, he's like
guy. The
25.
rat catcher?
You must have the wrong guy or a different guy with the spear and jacket and pointy, feathery hat.
Right?
There's literally no one else.
I don't say that, but I'm thinking about it. I don't say that, but I'm thinking about it.
'Twas a doppelganger that did the crime, not I.
He admitted it. He's already admitted it. He said, "I didn't know it was your money in the bank."
Yeah, I didn't say that out loud. I was thinking about
We're playing Among
did.
Us in
I mean,
Dungeons and Dragons.
We're playing like immediately the lights go out. Like, so wait, what?
So, how do you resolve this inter-party conflict? Dun dun dun.
I demand a fair trial.
At 10 seconds.
I know we're not allowed to party murder, but I would exile him.
Exile from the Hamlet.
10 seconds on why we should not exile you.
And he's like, excellent, now I can roll my lawful good paladin of tears.
Oh, for God. No.
No matter what happens, you lose here.
You know what, bro? Water under the bridge.
Oh, wow. Okay. No. Sit right now. I'm already cornered. Leron's made up his mind.
That's true. We can take your limbs off. You get to regenerate.
I just knocked you out with the Mjolnir's hammer.
Wouldn't that kill me? Like a swing from that?
It's a blunt weapon, so it incapacitates you.
Wow. This how? Wait, what is it made out of, Ninja? The hammer.
Adamantine.
Adamantine.
This adamantine thing hits my skull with the force of a 7-foot tall guy with muscles the size of Texas. Yeah, I'm definitely just knocked out.
Yeah, definitely not brain dead.
Definitely not brain dead. Definitely not multiple brain hemorrhages, you know?
Dragon's body into the forest.
What's happening? You're dragging him into the forest?
Yeah, he's exiled.
Ah, you're kicked out. Banished.
You have more than 11. You have more than 11 max HP, right?
I have 23, yeah.
You're gonna have to
You're
live in
fine.
the woods now. You and a Gwyn living in the woods.
You're only half dead when I hit you in the head.
Who knows? Maybe that hit could fix him.
So let me get this
Oh,
straight.
wait, I have an extra attack though.
So you actually, what's going on? Is he actually being attacked? What?
Would knock him out.
I think his punishment was banishment, so he's being knocked out and dragged out of town.
Wait, what were you guys, a judge, jury, and executioner?
when
We were the
it
most
became
powerful
the-
members of the family.
16
I'm literally an outsider who got here a week ago. I don't even have what's that called yet? What was it called
I
again?
did 27 damage to you.
I don't know if you watched that video I posted the other week about medieval law, but basically if you're an outsider that comes into town, you're treated with great suspicion. They'll keep their eyes on you and watch to see if you commit any crimes. And then as soon as a crime is committed, it's required by every member of the law-abiding society to raise the cry of alarm if they see a crime happening. Because if they don't, then they're considered an accomplice of the crime, and they can be punished too. So everybody who sees the crime will immediately try to report it to everybody else in town who is lawful, who will try to bring down criminals, and that's why everybody in town is like, get them!
Yes, but what was that thing it's called? It's like a brood or something?
Oh, what?
I don't know what it was called. It's like the closest members like to that person. They can swear an oath, and it's like I will tell the truth, like I will tell the truth, nothing but the truth, something like that.
You mean a lawyer?
Not a lawyer. Yes, I want a lawyer.
Witness? The witness is
Not the
being
witness.
called to the stand?
I remember in the video, it was like a group of people. Like they didn't have like a jury. It was like a group of people that was like the closest to said person.
A jury of your peers?
We are technically your peers. We're the closest thing to your
I don't
peers.
have
We're
one yet.
adventurers.
Yeah, I'd love to be a lawyer. Later on life.
Ron's like, I know you robbed me, but like being a lawyer is fun.
Add another L to the title. Lord and lawyer, later on life giver.
What kind of lawyer?
What? I already knocked him out. we put him on a cart and then he wakes up.
Yeah, we just.
What happened
you
to
just, you just
make death saves?
like Fiona.
If you did 27 damage, don't I have to make death saves?
No, you get considered knocked out with bludgeoning.
But it's below my maximum HP.
It's bludgeoning damage. You're not gonna die.
It's non-lethal. You can register attack as non-lethal.
He's just knocking you out.
Right, you're healing every 6 seconds, anyways.
But it doesn't work when I'm unconscious.
This happens very quickly.
All right. So one person banished. Everybody else. Did you all get your downtime activities done?
Yeah, I went and got the
Yeah.
worry removed.
Psychofrog's going.
It's like 11:34. It's a little bit early, but we could call it here. And then next week, you guys are sure you want to do the Darkest Dungeon thing?
Yeah, even with one of
four
our party members
guys.
in jail.
And
I mean, you coulda
rejected
had-
the 2 people that were supposed to help us and pay us 2,000.
Yeah, you could have had 2 extra NPCs and a quest reward, but you decided to be a little too paranoid. But hey, maybe
One
you're
person
right.
was paranoid.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they were just gonna backstab you. You don't know.
Besides, I finally get to use my my sphere of annihilation. Time for walkies.
So I'm not gonna say Mad God made the wrong choice there. It remains to be seen, or I guess we'll never see because you're not gonna bring them with you. But they might find a way to go there. They might find a way to go there on their own if they can find some other adventurers to take.
I was gonna say it doesn't mean we won't encounter them in the dungeon. Like once we've blown the gate open, find them sneaking around behind us somewhere.
Yeah, it's
They
possible.
have been warned. They have been warned though that if I see them anywhere near the Darkest Dungeon when we go in them, I'm blowing their heads off.
Well, they're not chumps. They can defend themselves. Plus, they'll probably have a party of other adventurers around them as bodyguards that they've paid.
Hmm. We'll see how it goes.
We shall see. I'll prepare all that for next week. Did you also see the Bishop quest?
No. What
Oh
was your-
no!
Bishop Barosi
Sure.
would like you, Leiron Lifegiver, to construct an altar of light within the hamlet. He's gathered half the 200 deeds required. If Leiron can bring just 100 deeds to the bishop, he will cover all the material costs, and we'll build that thing.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
We're a little short.
129. Jesus Christ, I'm nowhere near. We're nowhere near.
Yeah, you did
What's
spend
the
some of your
altar of light
deeds.
do?
It's good for Vestals. It would boost Mad God. He's got
Divine Comfort.
it does
healing.
+2 stun resist, +2 healing skills for Crusader, Vestal, and Flagellant. So all his heals would get +2, and he's harder to stun.
That includes
Oh.
my spell slots healing, right?
Just a flat bonus, all healing.
Nice.
Quick question: what potions does the alchemist have available?
He has all of the regular alchemy items that you'd find on the item lists,
Right?
but he doesn't have any like magic potions on him.
No magic potions, alright. Just because I'm tired of constantly having to go and what should I say it? Have to use rituals. Sorry, I am like very half asleep right now.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna buy those 5 identify scrolls off of Dante. before we
Okay.
head over. And what's a potion of vitality do?
Potion of Vitality. Let me check. It's been a while since I put that on there. Potion of Vitality. What it does, according to D&D Beyond here, is when you drink the potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison that's affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. The potion's crimson liquid regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat. So yeah, that's a really good curative item.
Wait, what's the spell
And
called?
what about the Periath of Health and the Elixir of Health?
No, that's the Potion of Vitality, Mad God. And Periapt of Health, I think, gives you more con. Or something like that. Let me check.
Yeah, Potion of Vitality. I'm pretty sure it's just a knockoff of a 3rd level spell. I think it's called Beacon of Hope or something.
You're immune to contracting any disease while you're wearing this pendant, except for the Crimson Curse, which is special. If you're already infected with the disease, the effect of the disease are suppressed while you wear the pendant.
Okay, so it's a disease.
Oh,
That's
you
a
guys
bit
line up.
much money. And the elixir?
What's it called?
The Elixir,
Elixir of Health.
the Elixir of Vitality,
Elixir of Health.
which
No,
is a very
Elixir.
rare item, by the way, which shouldn't be available.
Elixir of Health. When you drink this potion, it cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned conditions. The clear red liquid has tiny bubbles of light in it.
That's a knockoff of Lesser Restoration.
Hmm.
So Dante's had these items for a long time. They're pretty good. You said you bought all the scrolls?
I bought all the scrolls of Identify.
So there's 5 of
And
those. The Elixir of Health is cheap, only 120 gold.
yeah, I'm gonna buy the Elixir of Health as well. Could you send me like an item card over on my character sheet or something like that? Just so I know what it says.
I don't have one of those. I could just drop the link in the Discord there.
Okay.
And these sort of things. If they're from the DMG, I usually just look it up on D&D Beyond or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can add it to my character if I need to buy it. I hate these microtransactions.
I can't believe he has a Sentinel Shield. I thought the Reflective Staff was bought.
The Reflective Staff was sold, which is why he's got it.
Oh.
You guys haven't paid to send him looking for magic items in a while. I think he had that one item you said was rare because he did a search and I just happened to roll it on a random table, so I put it on there. So if you guys ever want to spend your downtime giving... Well, it doesn't even use your downtime. Technically, it uses Dante's. You just have to give him some money and say, hey, go look for magic items, and I'll do a roll. You don't get the magic items, but the money you put down can count towards a purchase.
Yeah, it's microtransaction. It's a loot box. Give me that sweet, sweet Staff of Power.
I mean, if you keep looking for it every week, eventually you'll find it.
Speaking of which, we never actually discussed that. I am still looking. We never did finish that little conversation we had about me wanting to cash in on the bishop for ratting out Eduardo and being a devil.
Well, you would have to use your downtime to go carousing with the bishop or to do religious service with the bishop. Since
Huh?
did you already do downtime?
I've cured myself of the worries, but that was never.
So you spent the entire week in the sanitarium. You wouldn't really have time to go talk to the bishop. The bishop's a busy man, so like you're gonna have to set up an appointment and do some downtime and spend the day with him, and then you can have a conversation.
I'll send a raven.
Well, if your raven just says, "Hey, remember that thing I told you about? You should probably give me a reward," he's probably just gonna laugh at you.
The Raven says pop and save Middle Earth.
Letter's not as persuasive as carousing with him and saying, "Hey, you owe me a favor and I want something."
Is that all I got from ratting him out? Just a divine favor?
I mean, it's not even necessarily that you received a favor for it. You can ask for a favor because of it, but he thought you were just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Because at the time, you didn't ask for anything.
Ah, right, okay. So I can ask for. So what you're saying is I can get a lot more if I end up ratting out a certain werewolf companion we have.
I'm not saying anything. This is between you and the bishop. When you have the interaction, I'll make rolls, and if you ask for something and he's amenable to it by the roll that I roll, then maybe. But we don't know until it happens. And it's all up to the luck of the dice. Ratting people out isn't necessarily of great benefit. Like, mainly the bishop's deal is he wants to kill the darkest dungeon so that the entire land can be used like a regular land would be.
Trying to deter me from doing it, eh?
The land is valuable, and he wants that land operational. Killing an individual werewolf or witch is great. You know, the peasants and villagers, they love to see a good witch burning. It's like the event of the season, right? But it's not going to solve the overall problem, so it's not really like a big deal. He'll just do it as part of his job to burn witches.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I really need more coffee. And since we were about to wrap it up, if there's no other business, I will save it right here and now.
Just a quick question. I know there's a downtown activity. You said that Dante can go and look for more magic items
Yes.
while we're like away at the next dungeon.
Yep.
Okay. Does that take time out of like I spent all my downtime? Does that take up some of my downtime, or that's just one of the things we can kind of do when we're in town?
It's a thing that Dante does. So all you have to do
Okay.
is just go to Dante, hand him anywhere from 0 to 600 gold, and say, hey, Dante, go find magic items. And Dante will go look for magic items. If you don't give him any gold, maybe he'll buy the item with his own money, and then he'll keep it in his shop for you to buy. What's the other thing? So, like...
If you find something that's worth more, I get like a credit of that amount
Yeah,
of money.
so if
towards
you
it or
give him
something?
600 gold to go look for magic items and he finds one, then you can deduct 600 gold from the price of that item when he sells it to you.
Okay. How much money do I have?
However, when Dante goes and looks for magic items, you have to pick. You can either pick for him to look for a cache of magic items, which are random, or one specific magic item, which has a lower chance of being found. And if you choose the one specific item, then you don't also get the random items.
You got to remember, magic goes away once we destroy the dungeon.
No, that's only if we
We
destroy the source.
Also, you don't know anything entirely for certain, right? That's an assumption that I've fed to you through sources, but it could be a case of the unreliable narrator. Never forget, I can lie to you a lot.
Are you just admitting you've been lying for this entire time?
Like if I'm describing what you see with your eyeballs, it's probably true unless there's an illusion or a curse or something weird. But like information that you receive might not be true.
Don't tell me it's gonna be like massive chalice where like you beat the game and it just restarts the game.
Maybe it would be instead of destroying all magic, maybe it becomes wild magic, where magic is just fucking crazy and random.
Or maybe we just die in the darkest dungeon. That's also possible.
All right.
Could
I'm
you
gonna
die
give
in
Dante 500 gold to see what he can find. Just a random cache.
Hang on. You need to see this. Hang on. I will put it in the Discord. There you go.
All right, that's 21. That's not bad.
What's a 21?
My roll.
Oh, nice. So
Alright.
he's definitely gotta find some stuff for next week.
Dante got a 16,
when
and
we get
then your
back.
500 gold gives him the +5, which puts him at 21. All right, let me go to the random generator and see what Dante finds.
Wouldn't that be a 23? You rolled a 10 plus 6, which should be a 10 plus 8.
Could've been Middle Earth.
What I rolled is Dante's roll here, which is +6, but then I added 5 on top of it.
Right, but buying a magic item, the notes you wrote says Dante is a D20 plus 8.
Yeah, it must be a typo. I've always been using
okay.
6.
You've been using 6. Okay.
So I had a button set up for it.
Picture. So 21. What do we get? Added to the shop.
Let's see what he finds. Let me roll a dice here. 4. All right. All right. He got 3 unbreakable arrows and one other thing here. Let me see.
Unbreakable arrows.
And the 4th item that he found was a stack of walloping ammo for a sling. All right. Those are the 4 items he came back with. Now to find out how much they're worth. XGE items aren't on my list. I'll say it's, I don't know, similar to Arrow of Slaying. Maybe they're
What,
600
the
each.
unbreakable arrow?
Yeah, I'll say it's
What
500
are you,
each. Let's see.
what are you looking for?
I'm just figuring out how much Dante wants to charge for these items for a price. I use this thing called the Sane Magic Item List from forums.gianttip.com. I don't know if it's going to have that other item because that's also an XGE. Walloping ammunition. Let me see. No, that's not on the list. So I'll say that's also 500.
Antidepressant.
Okay. So, at the end of the week, Dante says, hey, I found these arrows and these sling bullets that are all magical. Would you like to buy any of them?
I don't use missile weapons, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Unfortunate. Better luck next time, old chap. I'll keep in mind that you paid 500 gold. I put it on line 24 on there, so I'll remember. All right. Now, is there any last-minute business?
No, I'm good.
Yes,
Good
give
night,
me
guys.
money for my damn business. Why do I never get any money from my damn business?
Because it's farming. Farming is never profitable. All right.
Well, what
Does
is
anybody
profitable?
want to say bye to Twitter? Or not Twitter, Twitch.
Goodbye,
I'm
Twitter.
tired
See
too.
you guys.
See you, Twitter.
Go
Have a
to
good day,
hell,
chat.
Twitter. Die in a fire, Twitter. Have a
Bye,
good day,
Twitter.
Twitch.
I will always love you, Twitter. You're way better than Twitch.
Parlor better than Twitter. Twitter is garbage.
Follow Donald Trump. He's the funniest guy ever.
True.
I'm dead now, both extra steps.
Donald Trump, my favorite stand-up comedian.
Yep. Make America great again. Too late, by the way.
All right. Ending the stream.
I'm being